Hey, there you are. Hey, welcome to this game, the Great American Experience. Um, I'm the Wizard of Oz, and this is not my show. So let's see what it's going to be like tonight. Let the notifications propagate. I'll put the links up here, and we'll see how tonight's show goes. So let's get this party started. Oh, hey, first off, I'm not so blue. So I'll get out my magic wand. And voila, there we go. Uh, it is a bit cold. It's getting down to 18 tonight, so I got my coat on, and it's a little chilly. 18 degrees outside, but oh man, what a wonderful day! Another gorgeous day with the loving puppies. Oh, and everything in the world is good. Well, you know. Be right back. Yeah, just waiting for people to show up and get in on the show. Oh shit! Huh? 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 No, no, no. There we go. I feel better now. Hey Zoom, how you doing? You had a thunderstorm. Those are fun. Oh, yeah. And the ranger puppies are right here. Yeah, prince and princess. Hey, sing. Hey, what's happening? Oh, let me get that link, brother. Come on up and talk to me. There you go. Right there. Come on up. Ah, wow. Canoes bought me a steak. Ha! Yeah. Had a 16-ounce T-bone for dinner. It was badass. Thank you, Canoes, from the bottom of my belly. Rock on. Hey, dear Butch. Hey, Max. Hey, Max Cade. What's happening? Hey, I know you guys. Right. Hey, Dallas, Miriam, Puerto Rico Mango, Mako the Madman, Rusty Grammar. How you doing? Welcome in. Shoe Studio. Arky, how you doing? I tell you what, man. What in the world? It's getting cold as shit tonight. Um, it was up in the lower 40s earlier today, and now it's getting down in the upper teens. It's getting down to 18 degrees tonight. Hey, Susan. Whoa. Holy crap, Susan. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You're putting the house on sale and moving to Florida. Oh, shit. Headed for warmer pastures. Good Lord. Oh, Sec Ops, how you doing? Dear Butch, welcome in. Zoom. Yeah, I need to get out of New York. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's the way I look at it. Oh. Hey, rock on, Rusty Grammar. Only cowboy, huh? Doing good, buddy. Rock on. EV. Max says Florida is nice. Yes, it's nice. In the wintertime, it's nice. In the summertime, it's sweltering. Oh my God. Humidity, bugs, big ass bugs. The panhandle, not the weirdos down south. Hey, Miriam. Miriam. What's happening? How you doing? Hope you're feeling better. Oh my Lord. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Wait, hold on a second. I'll be right back. Ah, much better. All kinds of snakes. It keeps the rodents down. What's up, Albers? You gonna come up here? If people want to ask you about you. Yeah, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, 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 oh my goodness. Oh, oh, oh shit. I'm sorry. You think that stuff? Oh, oh, it got bigger today. Oh, this is Prince. Yeah, what's up, Albers? How you doing? Oh, it's so cool. Mm, yeah. But yeah, he's getting way too big for this. You have to realize, great big old butt. Mm. You know, I heard a story one time. Farmer says gave his son a calf. He says, "Go over there and pick up that calf and put him in the barn." So the kid went over and picked up that calf and put him in the barn. He says, "Every day at the end of the day, you pick up that calf and you take him to the barn, and you do that, and it'll make you a strong man." Kid didn't quite understand what he meant, but I figured, pick up the calf. It wasn't hard, it was about 30, 40 pounds at the time. So he picks up the calf and he puts it in the barn. Come a couple months later, that calf got a lot bigger. But he'd go out there and he'd pick up that calf every day and he'd put it in the barn. Next thing you know, in 6 months come around and he's picking up that calf. And it's about 150 pounds now, and he's picking it up and putting it in the barn. Next thing you know, he's getting big and strong. And like, man, I don't know if I can keep picking up that calf. Yep, he got a lot stronger. But there came a day where he couldn't pick up that calf no more. That calf didn't know how to get in the barn by himself. Die Hard with a Vengeance. Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, what's up, Sasha? How you doing? And Holden, welcome in. Dallas. Oh man. Hey, dear Butch. I don't know yet. Here, let me get the link out there. Fire in the motherfucking bowl. Hell yeah. About time. Singularities on the can, right? Right? Oh man. Yesterday, while you were door dashing, an armed robbery took place in the parking lot of a Target. Across the freeway from where I was parked and wondering what the police for sirens are about. Black male put a gun to a woman's head and demanded she give him her purse, and she screamed she will be shot. What a nutcase. That's wild. Yeah, happens all the time now. There's no consequences. A lot of places. Well, closer you are to big cities, you're going to see that kind of stuff a lot because they don't have consequences for their actions. Hey, there you are.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm making food.
you're making food.
Oh yeah. Hey, look at this.
There you go.
Cod.
God. So
Boiled
help
and
me,
broiled,
God.
man. Love cod, boiled and broiled.
Yeah, so help me, God.
So hold the cod.
Yeah, the generator I borrow doesn't like the things don't like to stay plugged into it.
Oh. Well, you need your own generator then.
Well, it'll be here the 24th.
There you go. Fucking ain't right, man. Get her
Right,
done. Get her done.
right.
I'm on my phone.
I might have to rig up a thing with duct tape or something to keep the plug up against the plug-in on the generator itself. Oh,
Good, man.
so how's it going?
What here? So fucking good,
Yeah,
man. I'm
cold as shit.
way past my bedtime.
Your bedtime.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm such a pussy. Can't help it. Here. Okay.
And
All
you're
right,
making
here.
cod.
Wait. I don't know. I wish I could turn the phone around. There it is. Can you see that?
Yeah,
Fucking ain't right, man.
exactly. Holy shit, that looks good as hell.
It is good. I
Yeah,
love cod. It's poor man's lobster.
right? I had a 16-ounce T-bone steak for dinner tonight.
Holy crap. You must be
Yeah.
rich.
No, it was a Christmas gift from Canoes.
Nice. Lucky you.
Right. Lucky me. I was like, yeah, hell yeah.
Nobody nobody gave me steak for Christmas.
Huh.
Well, nobody
Maybe you weren't that good of a boy this year or
I
something.
suck. That's my problem. I suck. That's the problem.
Oh wow. Hey Medio. Oh
Well, my fish is broiling. I could go out in the I couldn't get my camera to work last night. So now I'm on my phone.
oh okay. I don't know what the deal was with the camera.
No, I
Yeah.
don't know either.
Mango says he had burnt chicken wings.
Fuck you, Mango. Fuck off, you douchebag. New boot goofing.
Hey Sing. Get you a link up here.
Yeah, someone come take my place pretty soon because I'm gonna eat in a little bit. I just wanted to come and say hi because I didn't get to do a stream.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to say hi to you too, Emerald. I love
Oh,
what you do.
rock on. Well, thank you. You know, shit, man. Well, it wasn't for you guys. This is all about the whole community. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to.
Nope, nope. You just provide the space. That's kind of my philosophy too. The same thing. It's a chance for us all to get. Hey, it was like it's kind of like what Don Bear's place was. It's a place for us to all get together.
Right.
The game, and Aaron's my channel, and I hang out at Seabirds now and then. It's a place for us
You
to
know,
all get together.
yeah, I I've been meaning to go over to Seabirds, but I know I never get any notifications, and I know I'm subscribed.
I
Uh,
don't. I'm set up here as an administrator, and I don't even get notifications for this.
Wow.
I get nothing.
I just know when you're coming on. I'm on top of shit.
Hot dogs are cheaper than the dog food now. Right? No shit.
I can't.
I've
Can
been
I?
having a heck. Oh, my bad.
I don't know if I can reverse my camera angle. There it is. Broiling in the oven.
Oh,
Been
rock on.
having a
Gotta make
heck
some
of a time
Gotta make some
with
butter
this.
now.
You've been having a heck of a time with your setup there, Sing?
No, with this, with Callie, with her surgery, had her have her wrapped up, and that place grew again, so it popped out again,
Oh,
and
really?
so I got to bring her back in Monday for another surgery. But this weekend, we had the cone on her, and she ended up dragging kind of her belly because it was itchy to where she couldn't lick it. She drug her belly and tore up some of the areas with the stitches a little bit. Didn't tear the stitches out, but made it really rough. So I've been having to take some of my t-shirts, cut holes in them for her legs, and put them on her backwards to where she can't lick the spot. So she's basically got my t-shirt over everything. So, but yeah, she's been a turd over this. I tell you what, she's
Oh, yeah.
not a happy camper. She's okay with the t-shirts, but that cone, man, she flipped out, destroyed that cone. She got it off and destroyed it.
Oh, yeah. This is like.
Yeah. Yep, she did it sometime in the middle of the night, and I went in and it was in pieces. It's like, holy crap, how'd you even do this?
Right. You're not doing this to me again.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that we can love and hate our dogs at the same time?
There are times.
There are times for
There are
sure.
times.
When the dog shits in your truck or farts in your face, yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. There's still there's still family.
I told the vet, I was like, I don't know about this cone, and they're like, well, you can do the t-shirt, but we advise the cone. I was like, I know my dogs, they're gonna flip out. And she did all right for a few hours that day. She just kind of stared at me, and then I put her in her bedroom, and I got up in the morning, and holy crud, she tore everything up.
Hey, Jen Nature's in the chat. Welcome in.
Hey,
I
Jen.
can
Jen.
I can't stay late tonight either. I'm like, Butch, I got to get up first
Yeah.
thing, run her to the vet, which is an hour away, and then make it back to work. So
I can't
gonna
see
be
the chat either, but I appreciate you coming in, John. Nice to see you again.
early and long day tomorrow.
Yeah, I hear that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
Yeah, the
walking
vet.
around the kitchen. I gotta
Sec-
eat some food.
second surgery, first surgery was what? Well, it was last Monday, wasn't it, Emerald? That I brought her in,
I
and that was
believe
the
so.
first surgery. Yeah, and then the second surgery is tomorrow, and that should be it for on surgeries.
Oh, wow. They couldn't get it in one, huh?
They knew they'd possibly have to do another one. They did not know this was going to grow again and pop back out, which has us all concerned that it might be cancerous. But because if it was just growth, it would have stayed deflated and it would have stayed where they had it sewn. But it popped its way loose because it grew again. So,
Holy crap.
yeah. And that was within 3 days. So it's a little nerve wracking.
Oh, yeah. I could imagine. Good grief. That sucks.
Yeah, like I told everybody, and I might sound, it might sound bad, but I've like with Brownie, I kept her around as long as I could, and it was my own greed. I wanted more time with her, and I told everybody I won't put another dog through that just so I could get more time with them. If it turns out to be something, I'll make sure they go when they're happy and not always in pain as bad. So.
Right.
It's a sucky decision to make, but I can't watch another dog go through that.
I was lucky with my last couple of dogs. They just kind of one day just kind of laid down and died. But
see, that's
hard.
that's the best
that's
way.
a lot easier than having to make that decision.
Right. And that way, they kind of went smoothly,
Yeah. And my last two dogs were about 10 years old. They're both labs. And now I've got that German short hair, and he's about 11 and a half years old now. He's got tumors all over. Not tumors, whatever. He's got lumps all over him. But he's in good health. He jumps in the truck when he needs to, and always right there for me. It's hard. That's a tough decision to make.
Yep. And I hate to sadden everything with that conversation. That's I'll change the subject. Sorry guys. In chat, I got everybody sad too.
Because I'm coming at that decision, and I don't want to have to deal with that right now. So
right. Yep.
Thank you for changing the conversation.
Not a problem. I just got a bratty pup is what I got, and these other two are even brattier. Aren't you? The other two are looking at me like, what? You're turds. You are.
Right.
It's like that picture I sent you the other night that said, "This is my life," and it's got a picture of a person laying on the edge of the bed, and the dog's just all stretched out, pushing him to that very edge of the bed.
Yeah.
Problem is, I've got two of them doing that.
Oh, right.
When you have dogs, you have to have a really big bed.
I got a king size, and I still only have about a foot of it. I can count.
Yeah, I know. They like to take up their space, don't they?
Mm-hmm. And then all night they try to get closer and closer to you, so they're little by little nudging you off until thump, you fall on the floor.
You just keep moving over until they push you off the bed. I get that.
I'm making some hot cocoa. Hold on a second.
Nice, Rusty. Glad to hear that. Yeah, because the regrowth is what really makes them nervous. Is when they take it and then it comes back real quick. That's what makes them real nervous. Hi, Jen. Hey, Olden.
Is
that a clock?
I know what that is.
That's me stirring my hot cocoa.
Oh. It almost sounded like an old time gear clock.
Oh yeah.
Jen knew it was.
The water's good.
Right, Rusty.
Oh,
now it sounds like a horse galloping.
Yep.
You're banging two coconuts together.
I'm like, I can't believe you guys can hear that.
Coconuts?
Banging two coconuts together. What? Ridden on a horse?
Miriam just went into hiding in chat, I bet. Inside joke, but yeah, she went to hiding, I'm sure.
That was just me stirring the hot cocoa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Right, Max.
I'm just waiting for my cod to be done. They're two big, really big fillets.
I saw that. Well, you just reheating it?
No. I boil them and then broil them. And then dip them in salted butter. No garlic, just plain salted butter. That's awesome. Little paprika on top. And then my trick is I boil them in sugar water. Makes them a little sweeter. There.
There you go. There you go.
It's way past my bedtime. Fuck this.
Mako.
Right? But it's got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Well, Max, look at it this way. If I get an RV, I'll be able to go visit Emerald. I'll be able to go visit you down there. I'll be able to make some rounds, go visit Butch. It's
Yeah.
sounding like it's gonna I've been kind of thinking about what I was going to do since Thursday because I talked to the lawyer here and asked him. I've never gotten a visa before and kind of got the ins and outs of what to get. And he told me right now, if you're looking to get a visa, he said if you don't have a vaccination and all the shots, good luck getting into another country or flying these airlines. He said he would highly advise waiting, a year or two until everything calms down. So I was talking. I'll come visit you, Marion. So I was talking, with my family. I was kind of down about it and everything. I was like, "Crap, I don't think I'm going to get to go see my castles." And they're like, "Well, we were wondering, anyways. Why don't you just buy an RV with the money you saved up to go? Just buy an
Oh, yeah.
RV and travel the states." And it's like, you know what? It's not a bad idea. And I know
No,
nobody ever does all the travel things are for like big towns and big sites, and I thought about trying to do some videos on little towns, show people what rural America is really about, not that it's not this hateful area everybody thinks it is.
oh, well, right. I guess.
Outstate anywhere. There's so many
Even if,
good people out there.
right
As long as you get outside of where the country's tallest buildings are, you're going to find a lot of good people.
right the type of people where if you have a flat tire they'll pull over to help. I'm
Yep.
a dude and I've had people pull over to help me.
I've done snow plowing for 27 years, I think, and I've pulled numerous people out of the ditches and stuff.
Hey, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
see, you could live stream it right here.
Well,
I mean,
that's what I was thinking,
that-
even
that-
post them here. Some of the videos, if I did the videos, I could post them here.
Yeah, you might want to do a YouTube page and then upload the videos that way. But you could do the live stream right here, and then that way we could all participate in that.
Right.
You know,
Right. Well, and that would help because that way you guys could talk to chat if I'm watching where I'm walking.
right?
So you don't hear a scream and then a splash of me going in the creek.
Right, you're going to visit Aaron, and oops,
I was gonna say, as much shit as I've given him about falling in that creek, that would make Aaron's decade. That if I fell in the creek.
But yeah, being able to go out hunting whenever you wanted, go visit friends and all drive around the country and not have to worry about where you're going to stay and all that
Right.
jazz. You bring everything with you.
And see, I can get like even an older RV that takes a CDL now with the CDLs, so or Class A. The CDL is an automatic Class A for an RV, so
Well, that's why I mentioned the fifth wheel earlier, because you can just set the fifth wheel and you've got your vehicle to drive around. But you can do that with a camper too. So
yeah, I thought about a fifth wheel, but I think I might sell the old 78 Blazer and try to buy like a Jeep or something that I could pop the top off of, but put it in an enclosed trailer to tow behind.
yeah,
And then I don't know. I might do some maneuvering this winter and see what I come up with. Might
get
be
one of those little scamps. Those are sweet. It's like my Airstream is so lightweight I can tow that around easily with my half-ton truck.
It'll be pretty much just me and probably my two puppies. Gringo.
You don't need much then.
Right. But the main reason about the RV is I want to be able to, like, if I pull over in a truck stop, because I want it more for traveling than because I'll stay in a place a few days here and there to look at the sites and then move on. I want it more for traveling. So if I pull into a truck stop, I can just crawl in the back and go to sleep.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Well, we used to have a pickup camper, like a topper camper, and those suck because you could jump in the back, but you have to pop it up and you can't leave without moving it, or that kind of sucked. You got a tow behind, that's really all you need.
True.
Those little camps are pretty cool. You get something like that.
Yeah. And as long as there's enough for a bed, a little setting area, a little, well, all I need is a freaking microwave and a fridge. I literally can't cook. So a microwave and a fridge, but I want a full bathroom. That's my main thing. And yeah, Gringo, those vans are cool, but I do want a full bathroom with a shower, everything.
Right. You know, all the amenities with you. Yep.
I get that.
Got a small kitchen, an oven, and a couple burners.
Yeah. And I want a diesel. I looked at a couple today online that had the older 5.9 Cummins. They're like 2003, 2004 models with the 5.9. And that 5.9 Cummins was a good diesel. Fuel efficient, good. Doesn't have as much power as a 6.7, but it's a good diesel. And I know about it.
I'd go for the lighter truck and a small camper if you're going to do a lot of traveling.
Maybe.
I get that F-150 with the EcoBoost, and that gets good mileage.
Yeah, and I do like the Airstream. I think it was you that said you had an Airstream.
Yeah, it's a classic. I love that thing.
Yeah,
it needs some work, but it's a classic.
And to be honest, my ideal would be to find one like that, gut it, and do the inside how I want it. But to be honest, you end up with a lot bigger investment than you do if you just buy one.
I don't know what to do with it. I like the way it is because it has a kind of classic original look, but it could use some updates. But,
the one Hammer bought,
put into something like that.
Yeah, Hammer bought one used. He got it and turn around and it's one of those. It's got the ramp on the back of it. You could drive like a 4-wheeler up inside of it and everything.
Toy haulers, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Badass, dude. It's got a little bedroom up front. It's got the kitchen, the bathroom, the shower. You know, all that.
I have a dually, and I have a dually and it's got the convertible ball plus convertible or a lower down fifth wheel. So I could do a big camper with the toy hauler.
Right.
I don't know. I got some thinking to do, but I am seriously leaning to that because I don't want to get the shop. I really don't. It's nothing, to me, it's to each their own, but I've got a serious phobia of getting stuff pumped in. That's why I don't have tattoos.
Right.
I would like tattoos, but yeah, anytime I've gone in, I've decided not to get like a panic thing. It's like, man, that's like ink going into me. And I know it's just under the surface, but it's still the thought of something being pumped into me that nope.
You know what? I know exactly how you feel. I was a paramedic. I've told you about that. I my and all that. But when it came time, and I've given thousands of shots. Okay. Right. Especially in the military units and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But when it came time for me to get my own shot, I had to have somebody else do it. I couldn't do it myself.
Oh, I bet if I ever got diabetes or something, I don't know how I'd do it with the shots they give. Cause I can, the weird thing is I can give blood and I can watch that thing go in and watch it comes out. And then once that blood starts coming out, I'm okay. Cause nothing's going in, but I know what you mean. And it's like, it is something deep down that you could tell yourself the entire time, it's not going to be so bad. It's not going to be so bad. But then when you get there, they're coming at you with the needle to put a tattoo in or something. It's like, oh, screw this. I can't.
Right. Especially doing it myself, It's like, no.
Right.
No.
Oh, God, dude. The hair on my arms is literally standing on end just thinking about it. I don't know what it is. It just creeps me out.
I remember in high school, we had to do the blood test thing. We had to draw a sample of your own blood. And they gave you this little pin to stick in your finger and draw a little bit of blood so you could do a blood test on yourself and find out what blood type you were. I don't know if any of you did that. We did that. They actually told us to stick ourselves in school and draw blood.
Oh,
But I'm
geez.
old, so that was the hardest thing to do, was to stab yourself with the little pin to
Yep.
draw blood.
Yep. That doesn't bother me, the drawing blood, but having something go in. Right, Max. Max says he wants a tattoo so bad, but can't get one either. I've got the artwork of some that I've wanted, that I've had since I was about 20 years old, that I wanted to get then, and I've tried a lot of times, but couldn't go in and do it.
I don't have a problem if someone else sticks me. I have a problem with trying to stick myself. And yet I'll sit there with a utility knife and dig a sliver out of my finger here and there.
Right.
Never even thought about that, but yeah, I've even stitched myself up, and that didn't bug me.
There's been plenty of times I've had to do incisions on my own hands and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, Butch, you'll like this. We were doing some construction. Maxwell and Emerald will probably cringe about this too. And I was swinging a hammer. We were putting up a pole barn. It was the green board for the posts, and then we were doing the lower part. I swung real hard, and we had been driving 20 penny ring shank all day, so my grip was going. My hand slipped and everything, and I drove about an 1/8 inch wide sliver under my fingernail, and it went back so far that I couldn't bend that first knuckle. It went past that first knuckle.
Oh my God.
And yeah, we had to dig at both ends of that thing because it was all under. We had to dig into my fingernail, under my fingernail, and then at the back by the knuckle to get that thing started pushing out to where we could grip it under the. Oh God, because you have to go straight through. If you pull it backwards, it'll
rip everything up. Yeah.
That's awful. I've been there. It looks like they're trying to kill the werewolf. You got a big wood stake in you.
Yep. And there are so many nerves.
If you've ever done carpentry for any length of time, you've slammed a fingernail and had to release the pressure under your fingernail. No, I'm not. Anyone ever had to do that, you'll know there's one way to do that.
A little tiny drill bit works best in my opinion.
No. Heated up. I did the drill bit thing one time. Well, problem is, when you do the drill bit, if you've ever drilled through something, it tends to force its way through after you get to a certain point. Best way to do it is hot
needle.
paper. Heat it up.
Rusty,
you melt it through.
I have enough scars to tell better stories.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. The scars are like, yeah, I got that one. Yeah.
I got a scar from just to the side of my eye to about mid forehead, going up across the or I thought we were naming scars. My bad. I've got one. We could get into this conversation.
You guys are digitized for a second there. I apologize. You didn't hear a word you said.
Oh, my bad. I just did a lot of stupid stuff.
It just happens on this channel for some reason now and then.
Too many scars to
Yeah.
Some of them are from my mouth.
They come back to bite you in the ass, huh?
Yeah, not a good idea to get mouthy when there's only two of you and you're out of town with a bar full of locals.
Oh God.
It doesn't turn out well.
As Rusty says, some of them he's proud of, and most of them he's not. Most of them are just painful stories.
There's nothing.
And they say, "Oh, my bad."
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, they say you can't remember pain, but you look at those scars and you can remember the impact. You can remember, and I'm telling you, I can remember like when I got my teeth hit on the rigs. I can remember. I mean, I don't feel it again, but I can remember how painful that was.
Oh God,
And
yeah.
I can remember what it did and how my body just locked up. And
All right, Shoe
Ugh.
Studio, dream well, Patriot.
Take care, Shoe Studio.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night.
See you, studio.
Dream well, Patriot.
Sorry for
Yeah,
eating on stream.
No, you're fine.
I
I can't- I can't hear you, so that's fine.
Well, I've been shot. I've been stabbed in the neck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got my share of scars.
I've been stuck, but I've never been shot. Thank goodness. But I've been stuck.
I got stabbed by some chick, and then I dated her after that.
I got stabbed by a girl with scissors.
I got stabbed by a pencil. I still have the tattoo to prove it.
Yep. Mine was opposite though. I got stabbed with scissors when we broke up, not before I dated her.
No, I think she liked me. That's why she stabbed me. I was kind of confused by that, but
Oh, see, this one hated me, so she stabbed me.
Yeah. Hey, Valentine, welcome in.
hey,
Good to see you.
Valentine.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first wife loved the hell out of me. So, you know,
Chelsea didn't.
she only tried to kill me 3 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
When they love you, it's cool. When that love turns into a deep hatred, it's scary.
Well, I hear that.
Seabird, what's happening? How you doing? Welcome in.
Hey,
Hi,
Seabird.
Seabird. Hi, Valentine.
Seabird just came on to say hi to me.
Oh, is that what it is?
Seabird's my sister now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You and your brother.
Yeah. Me and my
I'm
brother.
in competition with you now, Butch. She
What's
called
that?
me her. I'm in competition with you now. She called me her other brother the other day too.
All right.
So
Hey,
there's apparently 3 of us.
thing that makes you my brother too.
There you go.
All right. I like that. I've got extended family all over the place now. Hey, Sing, can
Yeah.
you put me up in your place for a little while?
As soon as I get the acreage, absolutely.
I'm kind of out of money right now. I'd like to come stay with you. By the way, do you have an extra car I could use?
Actually, that yes. The bed is a problem because you'd have to share it with one of the puppy dogs because she has to stay in her own bedroom at night when I'm not up because they don't all get along.
Well, that'd be the problem too, because then I got to bring my dog with too at the same time. That sucks.
Yep. This when I got it, it was a 3-bedroom, and I converted it into 2 large bedrooms instead of, because it had the master bedroom, master bath, which was larger. Well, the other 2 bedrooms, I knocked the wall out, made it into a 2-bedroom, and now it's a 3-bath, 2-bedroom instead of a 2-bath, 3-bedroom.
Yeah, Butch's dog farts a lot.
Yeah, you don't want to smell my dog. And he shits in my truck now and then.
Oh, damn.
Oh, with Callie, I get 3 whimper warning. And if she's going over the seat to the back, I know that I went past my 3 whimper warning to warn me that she needed to go, because she hops in the back, she'll sit there and she gives me a warning, and I got a few miles to find a spot.
All right.
The other 2 are pretty well. Oh, my bad.
No, I was going to say Princess has got that. She's already learned how to signal me that she needs to go outside. So, yeah. Prince ain't got it yet. But yeah, Prince got it.
My dog, it's a common thing with dogs, I think, because my dog will pick up one of his toys and he'll come over to me and put it in my face. And then that's when I know he needs to go out. He'll go, and he's got one of his chew toys in his face. And that's when he needs to go out.
Oh, they just put their paw up on me and they want that's what it is.
Every dog has their own way, but
the two pups that grew up with me, they do that. If I'm riding with them, they'll bat me on the shoulder with their paw. They'll start just tapping me to get my attention, and I know that's potty time.
That's I need to go. It's coming.
And if you don't let me out, it's going to be right by the door, so you know that's what I was telling you.
Exactly. They train you well.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's why I tell everybody, this is their house. They just let me stay here.
Right. We learn more from our dogs than they learn from us sometimes.
Mm. Like Susan said last night, though, animals are a good judge of character. My dogs have snarled at people that I thought were really decent and turned out to be real awful people. And people that I thought weren't very good, I was like, kind of questionable about them. The dogs went up to them and were nice, and they turned out to be some of the really good people. So they're real they got that sense.
Yeah, that's what my friends used to bring. My kids used to bring their friends over just to see how the dogs would react on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if the dogs didn't like them, you're not my friend. You need to go.
Yep.
Yep.
And there's a lot of because the dogs they know.
Spooky. Stop it.
Yep.
Come on up, Max. I can go until 10. So come on up. And Woody, if you're out there, come on up.
Yeah, there's the link. Come on up. Everybody's welcome.
Miriam, come on up.
Yeah, Miriam, come on up.
Come on up. Miriam, you said you'd come up if I came on.
Yeah, Seabird, you can come up too. Come on.
Miriam can wear that really cool black shirt she's got. She's got a really cool black shirt. She's going to hit me.
I don't know if I've ever seen Miriam before.
Max says he needs his beauty sleep.
It hasn't worked so far, Max. What makes you think it's going to start working now?
You need a lot more, Max. No, I need more.
Max is popular with the ladies. They like him.
Max is a handsome man. We all know that.
Well, that's because he hasn't gotten aged yet. He hasn't been well seen.
Yeah.
I tell you what, this year I'm noticing the age starting to get me. I've always had a baby face all my life. This year I started noticing it, and I was told that from pretty much 45 to 50, every year you notice more and more of the age kicking in.
Yeah, well, wait till you hit 55.
That's when it really kicks in.
Yeah. I did that last year. I'm not doing that again.
See, my dad, God, even when he was 60, he looked like he was in his 40s, even when he was 60.
Welcome in to Thomas Jensen, T96. How you doing?
96.
Welcome to the game, otherwise known as the Great American Experience. I'm the Wizard of Oz. This is not my show. I'm just a guy behind the curtain pushing buttons. Just like the name says, Wizard of Oz.
You're still the man.
I got to go check the pup. I'll be right back.
I like my firelight better without my computer screen on. That's pretty awesome.
There you go. That's
Party
cool.
time.
Oh, shit. But yeah.
Hush, Dookie.
Hey, Dookie. What's up, Dookie?
Hey, I don't know what he's begging for. He saw me eat 2 big old cod loins, and I didn't give him any. He's pissed off now.
Right, he wanted some fish.
Yeah.
What happened to the last bites, Dad?
Normally I give him the last bite, but that was too good to share.
You gotta get him a Chewy now.
I ran out. That's the problem.
Oh, I know. I ran out last night. I was like,
Oh,
That was good. Oh, yeah, that's here.
well, I know. I've got some beef jerky in the beer fridge. I'll give them some beef jerky. All right, we'll move over, Dookie. Oh, and I got ham.
Yeah. We should do it, Jess. So we should play.
Shit, I need a tripod.
Oh, thank God for hot cocoa.
Yeah, right. Beef stick.
Oh shit, Woody's in the house. Welcome in, Woody.
Hey, Woody.
Why do I get the feeling that Woody's always on mushrooms or something?
I like mushrooms, just not probably the same kind.
Right. Yeah, not the. It's the taste good mushrooms I like.
Yep.
Not really a connoisseur of the others.
A good morel or an oyster,
Portobello,
baby
deep
bellas.
fried. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, deep. The big
Hey,
ones.
you know what?
You
I
bread
really,
them,
yeah,
deep fry them.
the big portobello caps, and they do them on the grill. Those are freaking awesome.
Right? You do them on the grill, or you
Mm-hmm.
bread them and deep fry them. Oh
Can
my
do that.
god!
Yeah.
Make a sandwich out of them. They're badass.
Fuck, I just ate, and now I'm hungry again.
No shit.
Where's Miriam? I'm waiting for Miriam to come up.
Oh, fire in the bowl.
Why? I don't have any fire in the bowl. Wait,
Why don't you have any fire in the bowl?
we got weed here, but I have pipes out in the truck.
Oh, well, we'll hold the fort. You go ahead and
All
go get it.
right.
Yeah.
It's cold out there. I get minties.
Oh, that don't work. Go get your pipe.
Okay, I'll go look. I think I have one in the house. I don't want to walk out to my truck. I don't have the be right back screen. I want my be right back screen.
Oh, good Lord.
The deer smoking the cigarette. I could use a good fire in the bowl right now to help me sleep tonight.
Miriam says, not tonight. Sorry, I need to wash my hair. Good nature.
I gotta go out in the truck. Look out, Dookie. Look out, Dookie.
I think you're looking at that kind of backwards there, Jan. She said she'd love to have a hot tub, but I hear they make you stream half naked, so I opted out. Right? That's funny shit.
I logged back into Max saying you like washing hair. I think I missed something.
Yeah, Miriam says she's got to do her hair.
Excuse not to come up. I gotcha.
Yeah, she's got to do her hair.
Amaranth is not so hot, Zach. I don't think she's. I mean, she's okay, but that's I don't know. And it's kind of like the people chewing and crunching sound that's like nails on a chalkboard. I logged on there that one time when they tried to get me to go check her out, and she was just like chewing on a microphone, making clicking sounds. That's all she was doing. It's like, what the heck is this?
What are we talking about?
That amaranth?
Oh Jesus! I watched that show the other day. That is so bizarre.
Yeah, they sucked me into going and checking it out too. I guarantee you, it's a bunch of fifth graders over there watching her.
I know, right? It's all like adolescent boys.
Oh,
Right.
you know, I caught. I turned it on because I was looking for something. I was watching up fishing shows and stuff like that, and I turned it on for a little bit.
Looking for love in all the wrong
Hey, you
places.
know, no, I did. I turned it on for a little bit, and she's
Same
like,
night.
"Well, I'm practically a virgin." I'm like, fuck you. Really? You're practically a virgin. I know nothing about sex. I have to Google things about sex because I know nothing about sex. It's like, come on,
Hippie
really?
Hippie is talking about pole smoking in a hot tub. Oh, weeds. Oh, my bad, Hippie. Okay, Woody. My bad. See, I got him, so now he's gonna have to come up to razz me back.
Right? Right?
They don't know either, Holden. They
I'm
don't
gonna
know
turn
either.
if I turn my monitor on, I could see the chat. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, now I get light again.
Oh man, but yeah, no, but if you got a fifth wheel or a pull behind camper, that'd probably that'd do you up just right, you know?
Shut up, dog.
Where's Don?
My
I
phone
said,
almost went dead. I was like beeping at 1% looking for my charger.
Seabird's taking off? Oh, okay.
what do you need?
Doing well, Patriot.
Take care, Seabird.
What do you need? Come on.
Oh man. So what's the temperature like up there, dear Butch?
Let me sign in here quick. It's like 5 below. I don't know. I need to sign in. Oh, look at me. It is 5 below and clear.
Holy shit.
5 below. 5 below, fire in the bowl.
What the fuck are we talking? We don't know. We talking about campers and
Weed doesn't care what temperature it is.
no, it don't. You don't either after you smoke a few bowls.
Woody,
Right?
Woody entered you in a contest that I'm not sure you're going to want to be in the Olympics, though.
Wait, is Don T here?
Yeah, Don's easy.
Don, hey Don. I'll get my desktop on now so I can see your chat. Shush.
This is Dookie. What's happening, Dookie?
Boobies are better. I like that. Hippies. Well, hippies said
Right
boobies
on,
are
Hippie.
better. I don't have boobies. Sorry, I can't help you there. Well, Amaranth makes a lot of money off her tits. Why not? More power to her. What? Watch her lick an ear microphone. What the fuck is
Yeah.
you, stupid? Donate her money.
Yeah, I think we pissed off Battery last night.
Why?
Well, he kept talking over everybody, and
Oh,
yeah, wouldn't let everything had to be about Battery. I finally got sick of it because I wanted to hear what Canoes had to say at that point, and
mediocre at not
started,
getting implants.
right. So I spoke up and I told him, I was like, "Look, you got to stop this, man, because this ain't the Battery show." And they tried to tell him in chat like 2 or 3 times, "What do you mean
What do
the
you
Battery
mean?
show? Because you
I
won't let
know
nobody else
I
talk,
don't.
Battery."
Well, he should hopefully learn from like you and me. I got irritated at you earlier in the night, but we were getting along at the end of the night. So isn't that what adults do?
Oh,
Even
he'll
though
be
you
back.
kind of, you know what I mean? Hopefully
Yeah.
he comes back. Yeah.
Oh, he will. He will.
That's what adults do. Even if you get into it a little bit, you can still come back and be okay.
Right. That's what friends are for. That's what we're all about. And like Don T says, where else you gonna go? There's no place like this.
Oh,
Geez, Holden.
I'm not going to read that one out loud.
Right. Not for the ladies. Yeah.
I get in enough trouble on my own. I don't need to read yours to get me in more trouble.
That one didn't sound right. So, yeah. Okay.
Oh, I lost my phone. There I am.
Oh, my gosh.
I need a tripod. Oh,
there you go.
Tripod. I was out getting the dog food anyway, so.
There's Don.
There goes the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And
How's
then
it going, bud?
Don't feel bad, Zach. We all get in trouble with the ladies every so often.
Not me.
That's just part of being a guy. Hippie's like, ah, shit, I'm out.
So what the fuck's going on? What are you people talking about?
We don't know.
Free healthcare for everyone.
That's always a good subject.
Oh, shit.
Hippie put free battery. I hope battery comes back. I like battery. I hope he doesn't take that to heart too much.
Well, when he's drunk, he understands. I mean, when he's sober, he understands he was drunk. Yeah.
Really?
Shit,
when
Mac,
we're
you're
sober,
doing-
we understand we're drunk. We're drunk. I didn't.
Well,
know
when he's sober, he understands why we reacted because he was drunk.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most
Mac,
of the
you
time
got
I
the
have no
battery
clue
show.
what I'm talking about. So
So what's the battery show then?
He tried. Yeah, it was. It wouldn't have been so bad if he'd just started the segment and then ended it, but he just kept going.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
what do you do?
I just got frustrated last night because I couldn't get my my live screen on. So I said, "Fuck
That's right.
Right. Yeah, that's yeah, I was
Where's
wondering
Max at?
what was going on.
Max and hippies. I'm surprised they're not up here.
I know.
No, it is Sunday night.
I know Max has got an early morning like Butch and I. I got till maybe 10, and I think Butch doesn't
I'm
have much
still
later.
I think hippies has to do his hair or something.
fucking dog! God damn it! Anybody
You
want
know
a
what?
dog?
And with all that hair, I can see it. What are you talking about there? What are you mumbling about again, dear Butch?
Now I got to let my dog out again.
Oh, okay. Platoon, my brother. What is
Max says
you
he
need
needs
your
beauty
you
sleep.
need your beauty sheep? Really?
Oh no.
Man, I gotta tell you, you gotta stop fucking with them sheep. Viva la batterie!
Oh man. Oh yeah. He had a thunderstorm earlier. Zoom did.
Zoom lives in South Carolina. Zoom's always in a thunderstorm. That's just the way that works.
I want Woody, Colonel Shaw, and Max up here again.
Oh, Tom, fine.
It
Kick
was an
me off
epic
then. I don't care.
conversation.
See ya.
What's that?
T96, yeah. we're aware about Ron. Yeah, and he joins an elite bunch of patriots that have gone before him.
He will
Pat,
be missed.
yes, he will. He'll be
Desperately.
remembered and he'll be missed.
Tell you what, just our immediate group has been hit hard the last couple of years.
Yeah, right.
I can't do that. I can't.
Jimmy, Sick Pat, Joe,
Tow truck, or is it tow truck
tow
Joe?
truck. Yeah,
Oh,
we
tow
just lost
truck.
tow truck a few days, a couple weeks ago.
December 15th, I think it was.
Yeah,
I've got the link.
I knew they thought he was sick, and up here we're hoping that he's just taking a hiatus, trying to be optimistic. And I hope nobody took that as we were shrugging it off. We were just trying to remain optimistic, but it does suck
right.
that he was. Yeah, because I know a lot of them were really nervous. They hadn't seen him for a while.
Right.
Well, we talked about him about maybe the day before. It was Carol Southern Bell, I think, that found his obituary.
Well, when he came on in the middle of December, he said something about having cancer.
Well, I don't remember him saying. I just remember him saying he was sick. I don't remember cancer, but
yeah, no, he said he had some kind of cancer that became active or something, and he was worried about that.
Yeah, and it didn't take that long, I guess. Then, huh?
I guess not. I don't know. I don't know how he passed, but I have a feeling it was something like that.
No, it was cancer, if I remember right.
And tow truck was a smart dude. He didn't like to show it, but we had about 6 months ago. We had in the private messages had a conversation on Twitch, and I found out him and I see things a lot of the same ways, and that dude's a lot smarter than he wanted anybody to know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he texted me one time. He in a whisper, he said he was driving through St. Cloud and he was going to stop by, and never quite made it. That was a couple months ago.
Right.
Yeah, Bob Saget died. We know that. No, don't we? Everyone feel bad for Saget.
Yeah, I think 30 people talked about it.
Yeah.
And
shut this light off. It's better.
You know what scares me though is that hippie knows that pillow flipper is a gay bathhouse pet talk. That scares the shit out of me.
He included you in some hot tub shenanigans
the shit
earlier.
Right out of me. Yes, sir.
It's something about the flipping part of it I don't quite get.
Why are we associating with these freaks? Why do we let these people in the chat? Don't judge me. Hell yeah, I'm judging you, pillow flipper.
I like it.
We don't need none of that heathen shit up in here. Next thing you know, you be over in Trans Girl's area watching her lick a mic or something like that. I don't know. Fuck.
I follow Trans Girl. Oh, you're talking about Amaranth. No, Trans Girl is cool.
I am in a general freak throwing mode right now. So generally all freaks, people that lick mics, people that lick ears, trans, well, just about anything trans is freak.
What about people who lick toes?
That's fine with me. It's just don't push it on me. Okay. That's all. I don't care.
Yeah, all right. Listen, again, I got no problem. Fly your freak flag as high as you want to fly it.
Yeah.
Just don't really want to know. I don't want to know about it. Exactly.
I agree, Butch. You do you, I'll do me. Just don't force your ways on me. I got no problem.
The problem is with I like Trans Girl, Lexi. Yeah, she's good. I follow her channel and stuff, and
why do you like her? Why? Tell me why. What's interesting about her?
Because she's just being real. The problem with Trans Girl is their show is all about trans life and stuff, and you can get them off on, not get them off, but you can get them going on something else like cartoons or movies or rock bands or something like that, and then they're fun. Other than that, all they do is talk about their trans life. And to me, that's not my thing. So, but do what you do. I do what I do.
And yet you follow her.
I do. Why
You
not?
find her, her interesting. Is that it? And again, I'm not judging here. Let me be real clear.
Don, not because it's interesting, but because Lexi's a friend. That's all. Nothing more than that. Just a friend. I think.
How is Lexi
cool.
a friend? You think she's cool, or he's cool, or what? I don't really understand. Explain it to me.
Don,
explain to me why she is your friend, please. Trying to understand here.
Just a Twitch friend. I'm not getting them off. No. And Don, I caught most of what you said. You were digitizing a little bit there. I don't know why it happens when I do this on my phone, but it does. So.
Well, I can tell you that I watch the show because I think they're genuinely nice, and I have friends that have transitioned. I have people I might meet in the future, and it never hurts to know what someone else is going through. It's nice to see the world from someone else's eyes. And so you don't have to always 100% agree with people to be respectful and give them a platform. You know, for me to give her 30 minutes and pay attention to her and let her talk about her thing, I've actually picked up some things that I think that maybe I can use in my life as a professional going forward. Just some points of empathy that maybe I had not noticed before. And
welcome in, Nightingale.
Right, Woody, I agree with that. It never hurts. You know, if you're a staunch Republican, you got to go watch CNN now and then to see what the hell they're talking about. You know, it never hurts to be informed.
Yep, welcome in, Nightingale.
I have no problem with informed.
Hey, Nightingale.
No issues with that, but I probably wouldn't call CNN my friend. I probably wouldn't say that I follow CNN. I would probably say that I have nothing but loathing for those at CNN. That's what I would say. But yeah, occasionally I have to drag my dumb ass through there every once in a while to listen to what they're saying.
Don, the only time I ever watch CNN is when it comes up on a different show. They play drops from CNN and go,
no, we're not talking about watching CNN. We're talking about how watching CNN is a requirement versus vis-a-vis understanding trans people, or trans girl, or having a friend that's a trans person.
I was trying to relate the two a little bit, I guess. But
I think it's all a moot point. Everybody has their friends, and for whatever reasons. And
you're absolutely right.
Well,
you're right.
That's the thing is I have no relationship with anyone trans. I like the different viewpoint now and then.
No, you don't have to justify yourself to me, Butch. And just for the record, I've talked to you a few times now, and I am trans and gayer than hell. So
nothing wrong with that.
And so I move in with you. I just want you to know that.
Hey,
y'all go ahead. Y'all suck all the dick y'all want. Really, it doesn't bother me. You can suck all, but I really don't want to hear about it up in this bitch. Okay.
Right.
You understand? You can suck all the cock you want, Woody. I just don't want to hear about it. Here, you can suck all the cock you want. I really don't care. But I don't need to see pictures about it or hear about it.
You're the one discussing it.
Well, Don, it's fair to say that he could just mention it. He's not pushing anything. So
mention what? Sucking cock? In passing? Do we talk a lot about sucking cock in passing around here? Jesus, you people's fucking tolerance is just goddamn amazing.
No one said anything about that.
I didn't say anything. No one said anything about sucking cock, did they? They just said they're gay. That's all.
My God.
Well, sounds Freudian.
All right. Y'all go ahead.
Gotta go south quick.
Oh my gosh.
It's people
anyway,
people get all excited
we were
about
talking about that motorhome thing.
Back to motorhome.
Yeah, I seriously am
Jesus,
thinking about it, but I've seen some of those Class A ones. I really do like the Class A motorhomes. I really do. The size of them, and the one I was looking at, it's only 18.5, which if y'all know the Class A's, that's a pretty good price. And it's
I just want to go on record saying, and I know I'm interrupting, but mine is huge.
Yeah.
Wait, Don,
How much? What
Don,
year is yours?
bring
Don?
it out. I guess old men, it just keeps getting longer, doesn't it?
Mine is fucking 36 feet long. Yes, it's fucking huge.
Right. This is a 2009, and it's right at that 38 mark. So I think the max they can be is like
wait,
40.
I thought you were talking about your dick. 36
45
feet
feet.
long. That's big.
Can they get
Oh,
45 feet?
I have a huge fucking penis.
I wouldn't say that because usually the people that claim that are the people hung like a bumblebee, and so
Okay, I'm
That's
hung
how-
like a bumblebee, and I have
There
a
you go.
huge fucking RV. How about that?
there you go.
And the
See,
next
that
thing you
way
know, they're driving a
people know,
Corvette.
man.
And the next thing you know, they're driving a Corvette.
Driving a Corvette.
What are
Exactly.
those fucking cows?
I got the innuendo beyond that. That was actually all right. I'll be back.
Compensating much? No, but yeah.
You want to
No,
see
but
my
you-
shoes next?
That was actually pretty good, Emerald. The Corvette isn't compensating for anything at all.
Not at all. No.
Hey,
Oh man.
hey, I was actually looking at buying a Corvette. Is that wrong now or what?
No, it's just
It
a lot
is.
of times.
It is. It's wrong. If you're middle aged like you, well, I mean, if you're way past middle age like you, then yeah,
I
it's
don't-
wrong.
Well, maybe it is.
But see, I can speak to that because I'm way past middle age my damn self. So
Well, would you buy a 1980 Corvette T-top, mint
Have you tried to get
condition
out of
with
one of those?
50,000 miles on it? Nice fucking car, man.
would
Your
I?
eyes
Yes,
hurt.
probably so.
Huckleberry's eyes hurt.
I
Said her
know.
eyes hurt.
I've known a lot of people.
There
that have
you
wanted
go,
a Corvette
Puerto Rico green.
that have
Yeah,
wanted.
a Trans Am would fit much better. This
The
car.
Gringo.
I
Gringo.
love it.
Gringo.
Gringo's on point.
No, Gringo. They have a Trans Am sitting right next to the Corvette.
Trans Am.
It's a Trans
Really
Am, like a
stuck on that
76
point.
Trans
It's like
Am.
a Woody and Sing car.
Problem is
That-
that the
the
Trans
funny
Am
thing
is about 10
Trans
grand more
Am.
than the Corvette.
How did I get thrown into this one? The funny thing is, you're the one that keeps talking about all this, Don.
That's because we're
Oh
so
yeah, it's all
entertained.
me. It's all me.
I mean, the sucking
Oh, man.
stuff. You went on like a 20-minute rant on it while nobody
No,
else
that was
mentioned it.
Woodhead. Woodhead started
No.
with that shit. Him and
you
Deer were
say it.
about to move in together and start making sweet passionate love to each other.
That was actually after the rant, so that was.
No, I'm sorry, it wasn't. It was before
No,
the rant.
that's
That's
kind
where
of
it
the
came
start
from.
of it. Yeah. Like
That's
the
what
whole way
started
around.
I can assure you, we
When
around
Woody
Deer
started
Butch, never
talking about
involved a
reach
penis in my
arounds for
mouth.
Deer Butch, I was like, okay, that's cool. Y'all go
I
ahead.
never said anything about putting his penis in my mouth. His tube steak.
Yeah, I
or
don't
spoon
remember
fluid,
that
whatever
being
the hell you
mentioned.
call it, where you're
He
from.
didn't say penis in mouth. He did not say penis in mouth. He did not.
Kind of weird. You automatically
I did
jump
not
to that
say that.
assumption, though. When you and
Maybe
you
it was
visualized
me when he
it.
said penis in mouth. I don't know.
Wait,
You
Miriam
visualized it. That's concerning.
said 44 is middle age. I'm concerned about that.
44 is middle age? When the
44.
fuck did
44 is
44
middle age.
Jesus.
And we all know Miriam's 44, so that makes her middle aged, I guess.
I'm 45, so I'm over the hill now. Great.
I'm 55.
Max will be
Just for
30
the
in
record.
5 months. Middle age comes
I'm with
quick.
Max. What is happening here? Who are you
Just
people?
for the record,
And what have you done
Emerald
with my dog?
Just for the record, Emerald and I tried to switch back to RVs.
Yeah, we was like
and then
talking
somebody
about-
piped in.
Fuck you, Max. All this old shit.
Yeah, he's going to do it.
Age and treachery will always overcome youth and enthusiasm.
Yeah,
Heed
we have a
those
little
words
wisdom
well,
over,
Max.
over people like that too, don't we, Don?
I get in trouble for saying things like, remove his heart with a spleen or crush his soul or things.
I'm okay with that
Wifey
as long as you
doesn't.
quit talking about sucking people off. That's
Or
you
Right,
know,
pizza.
keep
yeah.
talking about the spoon
Hey,
spleen.
pizza. Welcome
Pizza
to
says,
Please Punk Rock.
Pizza says, let's go, Brandon.
Old pervert, you can be too. Exactly. See? Nothing wrong with a little perversion every once in a while.
I'm not quite old enough to be a pervert. I'm still in the prevert stages.
I'm post-vert.
Could have fooled me. I thought you were a pro
Right.
there. I
You look like
honestly
a
did.
pro.
I thought you were,
Yeah.
I'm going pro in
Amen,
3.
Max.
Give me
That's
3 years.
it.
I'm going pro.
I used to be a pervert, but now I'm a provert. I'm done with all that.
A provert
Oh
means
my
you had a
God.
state sponsored. You mean proverts are state sponsored.
Hey,
No,
Skull.
No, past
Hey,
vert. I'm also a non-sexual. So if anyone's curious about my sexuality, I'm a non-sexual. Don's balls haven't dropped.
I have those old man balls, the ones that bounce between your knees.
You got to twist. You got to
And they're
twist them up
hairy
down
and
there.
very, very salty. Just in
They
case
drop
you're
so
wondering
much
there,
they're on
Tommy.
their own level.
Oh, no,
They
I
do,
don't want to know
exactly.
anymore.
Max.
I don't want to know anymore.
Max wants to know what a non-sexual is. When you get to be 55, I'm not even that old. I'm just a non-sexual. What does that mean? No sex.
As
I'm
opposed
Is
to
there
a-
such
I'm
word
an-
as
that
old
will try
sexual?
anything.
Is there
I'm
such a
an-
word as old
as
Somebody
sexual?
often as I can.
I don't know. I think there is.
Six.
I don't think that works. But yeah. He's a eunuch. Now he's a eunuch.
No, I still have the parts. I just don't use them anymore.
Just extra appendages.
So you got the parts. They work. You're just not using them on a regular basis. Is that
Well,
maybe
all-
trade them
you know,
in for two newer
if you're
parts?
not that deep into my former life, then yeah, we can do that. Plus, I've
This
been
training's
single
gonna be
for
hard to get
6
back
Don't
on the
want to know.
rails.
Nah,
Right.
next thing you know, you're going to start talking battery shit up in here.
You know what? Fire in the motherfucking bowl.
It's not even
Oh.
11 o'clock yet. Ladies and gentlemen out there in podcast land, this may be the last broadcast of the.
Oh,
No,
shit. 2-2.
Gringo,
It's
I'm not
time to
taking Zoom to Vegas. No, I'm not.
Brought to you by Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms.
.com. .com.
So if we get enough money in the GoFundMe account to take Zoom's virginity in Vegas,
No, we need 2
is
of them.
Butch Butch escorting him?
No, I'm not.
You're
What
not.
do you mean 2
Why
of
not?
them? Why not?
I
What
want
do you mean 2 of them?
Well,
2 what?
no, because I'm not ready to date anyone yet. That's because I don't want.
I'm sorry.
I
How did
can't
this
know what to
become
do.
about fucking
I'm
Dear
not going to
Butch?
Vegas.
We
When the
need
fuck did
somebody
this
to.
become about Dear Butch?
We just
Say
need a
about
travel
Dear Butch.
companion for Zoom while he's on his way to lose his virginity in Vegas.
And I can lose
Exactly.
mine again then, finally.
Just stand there and hold his hand
No,
while it
I
takes
don't.
place. That's all you got to
No.
do.
That's creepy.
Well, look, let's be serious about this. Not just.
Well,
Also,
who's judging who?
We're also going to
All
expect you
right,
to film.
who's judging who? I'm just saying,
All I said is I'm no sexual. That doesn't mean I want to have sex either. So
Then what's wrong with you holding his hand and taking pictures?
Welcome in, Skull. How you doing? He says Zoom wants a nice Amish lady.
I'm just saying, if you can't stand there and hold the guy's hand while he's getting his first one, then I mean, what good are you as a
well,
wingman?
that's kind of
Come
gay,
on now.
Don. You know that. Come on.
Don't judge me.
All right, well, How about this? Not hold his hand, but take pictures from 5 feet out. How about that?
I'll just set up a camera and walk out of the room. How's that?
Yeah, okay. I guess if you have to.
I don't want
Pizza
to be
says
there.
you don't necessarily have to go all the way to Vegas to find nice ladies of the night.
Fuck, I'll just go downtown.
No, we could always drag him through a truck stop and get him a
No.
$15 lot lizard.
No, I don't want a lot lizard. No.
Again, I'm going to
scary.
ask the question: when did this become about Dear Butch? This ain't about Dear Butch.
Well, just because I'm outspoken tonight, that's all. It has nothing to do with me.
If he was escorting him.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to take Zoom to Las
You're supposed
Vegas.
to take
Apparently,
Zoom.
who
Right.
brought that up anyway? I want to know who brought that up because I'm going to go over and punch him.
Poking it on it. It's funny as hell.
Gringo says this is the best game ever. Why is that, Gringo? Come on, explain yourself or I'm going to block you. I have a sword and you don't, Gringo.
Oh shit!
You know,
I have to fix that.
I think the thing that makes this one the best is
don't
everybody's
fix it
having
until
fun.
I time them out.
Not lot lizards. I mean, come on. It's an easy $15. You know, even Woody can afford that.
Well, we'll give one to Zoom then, not me. I've had better.
Okay, so what? We're
I
going to
don't
give
need that.
Zoom a $15 lot lizard, but we're going to drag your ass all the way to Vegas to get you laid?
No, I'm just gonna go take a shower while he gets his lot lizard.
All right, I'm just checking. All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Come on.
Max has a point. Make sure you save enough for the initial act and the medical bills afterwards.
Right.
Might be a good idea.
Well, the NDA,
Well, hey,
listen,
AIDS isn't a death sentence.
the
And I think they
NDA. So the NDA for the GoFundMe will have a clause that includes we're not responsible for any expenses after the initial fact.
Huckleberry, no. Had nothing to do with me, Huckleberry. No. She asked if they're talking about a threesome. No, just me and Zoom and a
Oh, damn.
lot lizard.
Now
No.
now it's all fucking, now everything's going off the rails.
We are off the rail.
Way to go, Huck.
No,
Jeez.
Right, we were almost off of that.
Wow.
Gringo let something out today. He was telling somebody that he's got so much ass hair he could braid it. We're going really south, aren't we? Let's talk about some batteries or something.
So yeah, 38 foot is what the one RV trying to pull this back, get this train back on the
Yeah,
rail here.
welcome in, Honeycomb.
But it's cool because it actually has a master bedroom and a large bathroom. And it's just got the one bedroom, but a large bathroom, and I like that. And a nice sitting. It's actually got a sectional couch in it, or like a curved couch, not a sectional, but
Well, it's got that pull-out section thing.
Yeah, and it's also got. Sorry, Huck. It's got but yeah, it's got a fold-out bed there, and then it's got the full. It doesn't have the behind-the-scenes curtain. It's actually got a full blackout that goes across the window that you could pull out, and it's not curtains. It's actually like got the solid shades that come across, so you can pretty well black it out if you need to.
Oh, nice.
I like that, and it was a 2009, so. And I mean, I thought about looking at a little bit smaller, maybe newer, but at the same time, this 09 has 39,000 miles on it. So not many at all for a diesel. And it's got that, it's one of them with the diesel in it. So,
well, the only thing you really have to worry about is mileage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that 39,000.
Probably why I got a lot of miles on it, because it's like drinks fuel like a sieve.
Oh, those big pushers, yeah. I guarantee you they drink a lot of fuel. Yeah, diesel or not. But I'd be able to pull a little enclosed trailer to haul, if I did sell the Blazer and bought a Jeep. I wouldn't be able to, with the trailers I was looking at, I wouldn't be able to get anything with a lift kit. It pretty much just have to be a stock Jeep and a two-door.
That's not necessarily true either, because you can always rail a tow bar onto it. You know what I'm saying?
True. God, those big tires though, if they start wearing, I'd rather keep them off the road as much as possible.
Right.
Those big
That's why
old
you
tires are pricey.
get a car hauler.
Yeah,
Second
true.
trailer.
Yeah, they've got those 2-rail car haulers that they don't have a full bed on them. They're lightweight and they got
Mhm.
looking.
So I have a 36 foot. I have a 36 foot Tiffin.
Right. The motorhome.
Open road. It's got 1.5 bats in it, full bats. I tow my Jeep, so I got a tow package on the back of it. It's a gas 6.8 liter V10 Ford on a Ford F53 chassis. 2013. I paid $122,000 for it when I bought it. I bought it used in 15.
The
Wow.
ones I'm looking at are not near that pricey.
Well, what
I'm looking at around that
what I
money
want to
mark.
say is, if you're going to buy a Class A, the reason you buy a Class A is you want to keep it on the road. And yes, tires are fucking expensive. They're $6,000 a round, just so you know.
Well, see, and
buying
that's
those
what
tires ain't cheap.
because if I do it this way instead of going overseas, if I do it this way, I would of course most of my money would go that as for the overseas one would go into the RV, but at the same time I could do a couple weeks every couple of months instead of planning that month and a half that I planned over there. So
That's
I could
true.
be on the road a lot.
You could be on the road a lot.
So,
Diesel, to your V10 comment, my $122,000 V10 gas is half the price of a same size diesel at roughly $233,000. So as much as I love diesel, I can't afford it.
Right.
what was yours called? The name of yours, a kind?
Tiffin, Tiffin. I have a Tiffin Allegro, open road, 36 foot LA, 36 LA.
All right.
It's nice.
Yeah,
We
those are
love it.
nice.
Absolutely
They got a lot of
love it.
slide
It's
outs in
fucking
them.
2 slide outs, luxury all the way. Leather, king size bed, everything.
See, the ones I was looking at aren't near this luxurious. They're kind of just a regular interior on them. That 2009. Let me see if I can find it again. I think I saved it.
Yeah, I think my brother's motorhome is a 38 Allegro, but it's early. I think it's like a 2002, 2001. It's really early 2000s.
Tiffin's always been a luxury brand up there with Tiffin and Newmar. About equal. It's really nice.
All right. DuckDuckGo just stopped working for me. What the heck? Oh, there it goes.
I can't wait to say.
That's actually the first time they're rounding you up. That's what they did to the January 6th guys. They took away DuckDuckGo first.
Nice. Good thing I wasn't there.
Only been to Ohio. Jen says she hasn't been out of Ohio.
But that was one of the big reasons that I was excited to get the Jeep back online. Is I have the Jeep set up as my tow package or as my tow car. So there's 2 sides to a tow solution. But the Jeep side is I have to mount the tow points to the hard points to my frame on my Jeep. And that's no small affair.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I don't want to do that. And I don't want to run around on 37s on my Jeep to have to also replace those tires.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know. I don't have 37s. Mine are smaller. I have a 265 on mine, but they're still a little overrun.
Yeah.
I don't worry so much about replacing those tires.
Right, Diesel. My bad. Go ahead.
I guess just my humble opinion.
Yeah.
I replace those tires more as a matter of feature function than I do of anything. Like for instance, I just spent $1,200 on a brand new round of 5 Toyos for the Jeep. Why? Because the ones that I had previously were too loud. And fucking running noise like nobody's business.
Right.
If you want the grippingest tire that you'll ever find, and you can get the radials now that wear better, get those Mickey Thompson the Bear Claws. Those things are the gripping tire, the most gripping tire I have ever seen. I don't have them, but I got a buddy that has some. Holy crap.
How much are they? Are they expensive?
About for like a 37, you're looking at about $680
each.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh fuck no!
But I'll take
that's way. I mean, no.
If that's all they are. Can they sell? Can I get 5? If I buy 10 at a time, is it cheaper?
When you pop up into the 35, you're not going to find many under 380. To be honest, though, so 680 isn't
30 plies. I mean, I really don't understand why I would need those, but okay. I mean, my little all-terrain $200 tires are nice tires. Even the BFG, the BF Goodrich 2000s that people are running, that everybody rails on, those are $300, $350 tires.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. So 680, if you think about it, are not terrible for and I'm talking these are radials, so they wear good on the highway, and they're extreme off road.
Well, they'd better have ball bearings. That's all I got.
Yeah, they better have a happy ending also. 600, 6 and some change each.
Did you look them up? Though, Don? They are a nice looking tire, but they look like look like a tractor tire with they're pretty wild.
I wished I could put something bigger on my Jeep right now, but I can't.
Without a lift?
I've got a 2.5-inch lift on it already. I ain't going any higher than that.
John, you got pictures of your Jeep. I want to see it.
What's that picture?
Okay. Huckleberry, yes, Camp Crystal Lake is where Jason lives. And if you do not believe that is a true story, Google search Cyrax on YouTube. Because Cyrax,
I got a call. I'll be right back.
And Jason,
all right,
Voorhees are one and the same. Heard your first, folks.
Hey,
Jen Nature says she's in Newfoundland, East Island of Canada.
Yeah, my wifey is Newfoundlander, and we've been to Newfoundland, and we have people in Newfoundland outside in Conception Bay South, I think it is, outside of St. John's. Give us a beat there, Jen, if you're close to that.
Yeah, if you don't follow Jen, you got to follow Jen. She's cool.
I should follow Jen.
You should.
She's in Newfoundland. She's in Corner Brook. All right.
I stand corrected. The 37s were around 5, a little over 5. The 680 are for the 54s. So I stand corrected.
And I think Jen was saying something the other day that they're a half hour different. Like an hour and a half hour different or something. I didn't know there were half hour increments.
Yep.
Never heard of that.
Atlantic time. They are a half hour. Yep. They have a half hour segment.
Yeah, that's weird.
So apparently there's people watching this that I didn't know were watching it.
Yeah.
I got a cousin out there somewhere.
Speaking of the Jeep, I just finished my stereo install and testing, and all the things are working, and I'm so very happy.
Oh, good guy.
New touchscreen in the dash, and it's Android, and I attached it to the house, and it's now got Wi-Fi, and backup works, GPS works, radio works, amplifier works. I mean, everything works, so I'm pleased.
Kick ass.
I'm excited.
It looks good, right?
Oh, it's fucking awesome. I'll have video. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'll make. You know what? I've been threatening a video for the Jeep to call out some of the mods that I've done on it. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow if I get a spare moment. walk through some of the mods, walk through what the Jeep looks like. It's not in too bad a shape right now, so maybe I will do that. Yes.
Rock on. I want to see that engine.
The engine, I have cleaned the engine compartment, so it does look substantially better.
Yeah.
What am I
Well, I
looking?
mean, you just got that engine put in it, though, right?
I did. You're right. That's a brand new Jasper 5.7 liter Hemi.
Yeah. That's what I want to
Dallas
see.
is on the run from the FBI. I didn't know that.
Hey,
Well, that's
carry right away. Yes.
that's one of his things, one of his stories. He likes
Okay.
interjecting his stories into the. Yeah.
All righty. So where's my friend Woodhead at? And his newfound lover, Mr. Butch.
I'm right here. I'm just letting you guys talk.
we started talking about trailers and tires and stuff. That bores me. So
That
I
bores
just got new tires put on. And the reason I run Toyos on my Jeep is because I just put Toyos on my Class A. And I paid like $500 a piece for them.
tires are something you just put on when you have to, aren't they?
Well, in RV land, you don't replace tires on treadwear. You replace tires on years sitting in the sun and sidewall cracking.
I get that. I have an RV. I know that.
Yeah, that's
So
why you see a lot of them in storage with the little covers on the wheels. You know,
my trailer has 25-year, 30-year-old tires on it, and they got great tread on them because they have no miles on them.
As long as they're not cracking on the sides, then they're fine.
Yeah, well, all new bearings, all new tires this year for sure.
Okay. I just put new tires on mine. They were 8 years old, excuse me. Those were the originals that come off the dealer lot.
Yeah.
They were Michelin's, and I replaced them with Toyos. Did a lot of research, but it really worked out well. I'm so happy with those tires.
You know, the funny thing I was telling you about my Airstream, I've got that Airstream trailer, and I've got it sitting up on my land.
Nice.
I know it's a neat trailer, but the story is I got it from my father-in-law. He gave it to me and my wife at the time, and he brought it up to our land in Long Prairie. Well, when I started looking at it and researching it and stuff, I found out that it was bought and purchased at the dealership in Long Prairie that is half a mile from where it sits right now. And the cool thing is that thing's been to Texas and Alaska and California, Washington, and now it sits half a mile from where it came from.
Hey, Huck. Right. How you doing? I run those same Toyo AT3s, Max.
I tried to do something else. Sorry.
Absolutely.
Oh, you didn't hear me say there's my Huckleberry earlier?
Hey, Huckleberry.
What's up, Huckleberry?
Those Airstreams are made so well. They last so long. I just, they command a huge price when you sell them.
Yeah.
Also, even used, if you can find them, people are getting a great price for them.
I love the fact that mine's a 1962. It's a classic.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah, I know.
They are good looking tires.
Yeah, I just need to put new tires and new bearings and stuff in it before I can take it on the road again.
Dude, you gotta maintain them. I mean, they're not as big of a black hole that you throw money at as, say, a pool or a boat, but they're pretty close.
Well, actually, the funny thing is with Airstreams is they hold their value pretty well.
Right.
Yes, they do.
I mean, mine's probably worth in the condition it's in more than they paid for it when they bought it, obviously in 1962. Dollar value.
Kind of an appreciation thing. Yeah. Sing fell out.
Oh, well, who are we going to pick on now? Don. I think they should increase funding for public schools.
I think they should, you know, uh, I think you should be able to elect teachers.
I think all schools should be private.
I agree. Max, you're also running that Dodge. You know, I run a Jeep that's in the Dodge family. I don't like to claim Dodge, but you know what I'm saying here, right?
Right?
Chrysler family.
That's okay. Mercedes doesn't like to claim Dodge or Jeep.
You know, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Yeah, that happened, what, 2009?
Oh, it's gotten even worse. Now they call it
Daimler.
Stillman. It's Chrysler, Peugeot, Renault, Fiat,
Yeah.
Jeep.
Daimler.
I can't remember what the name of it is.
Daimler. I know
Yeah.
exactly. There's a slug of them now.
Right.
And they're all tied at the fucking hip, and I don't want anything to do with any of them because they all suck. Well, I wish they'd just keep the Jeeps separate. Stop dragging the Jeeps through the fucking... So, the new Jeeps, the 2021s, the Jeep Grand Cherokees, they all have these Fiat transmissions in them. And now they're starting to put these quote-unquote Pentastar motors in Jeeps, the 3.2s, 3.6 liters, low-torque diesels. Those are all Italian-made motors. Trust me when I say the Italians cannot make motors or cars or anything else worth the fuck in manufacturing. They can make suits.
And they can make them look good. They can make cars
them
look
good. Exactly. Make them, yeah.
Make a good pizza, pasta sauce.
They can make a shoe smell, but they cannot make a fucking car.
You smell.
Yeah.
Shut up, dog.
Yeah, they don't do well with the vehicles. Yeah, I talked to a guy that actually owned a Lamborghini. He says he has, if he takes it out and stretches it out, he's got to do, another $1,000 worth of work to it just to
Right.
just to get it
Carburetors
back
need
right.
clean, needs to flush the fucking fuel system. It needs to do,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
They didn't get the Jeep brand to not sell crap under that somewhat trusted name. Skull, you're fucking absolutely on point. Abso-fucking. You know what? I've never heard anybody put it any better than that. They didn't get the Jeep brand to not sell crap. Italian, Fiat, French, Renault, whatever the fuck.
Right.
Under that somewhat trusted name. You're absolutely on point. Abso-fucking-lutely. Anyway, I've monopolized the chat again.
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, but I tell you what, this I was out there looking at that Jeep Laredo I got out there, and I'm hoping that this next summer I'll be able to get to it and start playing with it. Get stuck in 4-wheel drive. It ain't coming out.
That AMC inline 6 is the shit, baby. That fucking, you could put a bullet in it and the other 4 will bring you home.
Yeah. Yeah, sure will.
But now they're putting these little fucking 3-cylinder Fiats.
Yeah, what the hell's up with
3-cylinder Fiat F500s and painting them up like Jeeps and calling them Jeep Liberties or some of that shit. It's fucking hilarious.
It looks like shit. And they rattle.
Yes.
I pulled up against one the other day, pulled up, and it was sitting there rattling. I'm like, what the hell is that? I thought it was my car. And I rolled down the passenger side window, and no, it was that Jeep. He pulled off, and I was like, holy shit. Is that normal?
Yep. So but they're fucking expensive and Skull's right. They're selling the fudge out of those Grand Cherokees. Gladiators. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck, they got a new Grand Cherokee L now. $102,000. Do you believe that
What
stuff?
the?
It's long and luxurious. But the
Oh,
biggest
really?
thing in it is a 5.7 liter Hemi. So it's not, they're not putting big motors in like they are say the Chargers, the Challengers, the Hellcats. I really do love those big motors married to those bigger frames. They're just
Why
not
wouldn't
doing
they?
that.
Why wouldn't they do that?
They don't, because that's too old school. Because that doesn't meet their mileage standards. Because
Requirements?
people that are buying those big heavy chassis are not buying them
What's
for
the matter with
motors. They're
you?
buying them for chassis, which is fucked up.
For the looks and for the
They're
prestige
buying
of
them for
it.
the looks. Exactly. It's like my wife said one day. She says, I love the new Mustang, the Mustang looks. I would absolutely adore a Mustang, but I'd like to put a 4-cylinder in it. And I was like, what the fuck would you? Because I love the look of the Mustang. I just don't need the muscle car thing. I don't need a
What's the
5.0
mileage?
liter, she says. Right. It's
You
mileage.
need to go out?
It is.
Yeah.
And it makes
Go
sense,
inside.
just not to me.
Go inside.
Right. Right. Because if you get that car, you expect it to have some pedal under
I
it.
get
You
that
know?
car when I hit that, when I tap that pedal, I expect to feel both of those motor mounts move,
Strange.
right? I
Yeah.
expect to see the supercharger in that thing move to the right a little bit from the torque that's about to be presented to that transmission.
Right.
That's
Little
what I
smoke off
expect.
tires.
Exactly. But that's
Yep.
my expectation. That's not my wife's expectation.
Right. She just wants to look good while she's rolling.
She wants it to, exactly. She wants it to look good and she doesn't want to have to fill it up on a regular basis. I get that. Did you know? No, I did not know. Sing is at Max's. Oh, I didn't know Sing was at Max's. Huckleberry's in there talking
You need to go out.
outside of school, talking out of school. Who wants it?
I can take my phone.
-4 here. Who? -4. Where is Damien? Where is -4 at? Oh my
shit.
God, my brother.
-5
Scared for
here.
that. Jesus. Somewhere in Minnesota.
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 Oh, yeah, sure, you betcha.
Sure you betcha. Yeah, sure you betcha.
Oh, you know damn right. Well, that's different, isn't it?
Northern Wisconsin.
Yes,
Northern Wisconsin.
while Bill says he wants a Pinto with a V8.
There you
I
go.
have seen several-
Hey, I
I've
can
seen-
finally take you guys out for a walk with my dog this time. Look at
Take
here
us
goes
with you.
doggy.
There you
I
go.
tell you what.
Dog's digging the snow.
Yep.
Wanna watch my
I tell
dog pee?
Minnesota. -35 there tomorrow. Jesus, Damien. Oh my God. What do you say? Northern Wisconsin?
I hope it doesn't get that cold here. I'm tired of it. I'm going to frickin' Puerto Rico. Screw it.
Ah, yes, Huckleberry.
Today and sunny.
Hey, you know what time it is, right?
Fire in the bowl.
Time for pie.
Nightingale, hey, how are you? Good evening.
Come on in.
Come on in.
No, I talked with my dog. Whoops. Dark. I can't see.
Hell yeah.
That's why they have made two-way lights.
Is Sing
You
causing
don't turn them
problems
off when
again?
you walk in the room. You turn them off when you walk out of the room. How stupid am I?
What is?
Don't answer that.
I don't understand. I guess I'm just not meant to, though.
Rhinelander,
Okay.
Wisconsin.
Nice.
Rhinelander, Wisconsin.
Hey, they made beer
Wisconsin.
there. They made beer there in Rhinelander. I have a Rhinelander beer.
Mom's wife choice in cats similar to her choice in men. All looks and no girl. I didn't understand that, Atomic Citizen. Don's wife choicing cats. She hates cats. Cars, not cats.
I
Okay.
know what bird.
Wow. That spell check is just not working out right. I will, Nightingale. She loves talking to you. I'm be happy to. As a matter of fact, if I scream across the house, "Hey, hon, Nightingale's on chat."
Yeah, I have a couple cans of Rhinelander beer. I used to collect beer cans back in the 70s. I got a shit ton of old beer cans.
Oh my lord. Mm-mm.
Atomic. We all love
Thomas
Atomic. He's
must have those
Atomic's
rented
drunk like
fingers.
always.
That's cool.
I'm getting there.
Wow, Bill. Good lord.
Shush. I have no treats for you. Shush.
You know what? I was going to say earlier. I haven't seen a Pinto with a V8, but I have seen. Remember the Chevy Vegas?
My father
seen
had 3 of those. Yeah,
I
and
seen
I've
a
seen people
badass.
put big motors in those things.
Yeah, I seen one, and without modification, they were able to put a 302 in it. V8.
Oh, the old Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a buddy who had a it was a Chevy Love. Remember that little mini pickup?
Yeah.
The Chevy Love. He had a 350 in that.
Yeah. It's just
That
like,
thing screamed.
right. They tubbed out the back end. They cut out the trunk, tubbed it
Yeah.
for big tires. And that was a cool looking little car.
My brother had one of those Monzas, Chevy Monzas, had a V8 in them. They did.
Yeah.
It was fast too.
Oh yeah, they didn't no weight to them.
Neutered Mustang.
The engine I built for my '67 Cougar.
How, Huckleberry, how is Irish a snob in chat?
Night
I don't see
Max.
Good night, Max. Dream well, Patriot.
I think just for Max, we should do a fire in the bowl.
That fire in the bowl. Yeah, there you go. Yep. It's time for that anyway. 1 minute warning.
Wait,
I got time to finish
Puerto
my
Rico talked about Hooters now. So where's Hooters?
I love eating at Hooters.
We had a Hooters here for like a year and a half or 2 years, and they closed down. I never went there. I figured I was too old. I'd be like looking at my daughters.
I know, right? As I get older, I keep it kind of like, damn.
Well,
Oh,
you should have
leave
called me
popsicles
because
back.
I'll be happy to come over and look at your, or make it seem like it's looking at your daughters. And that's probably why they went out of business, is because you and your daughters never patronized it. So
Huckleberry with the
my
pigs.
fault.
Huckleberry's putting pigs at us.
No, I'm not. No, see, I'm not a pig because I didn't go to Hooters.
All right, I'm done with the pie. Fire in the bowl. Hell yeah.
smoke them if you got them, boys and girls. 20 minutes after the hour, it is the weed. This is the Weed Channel. We are sponsored by Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms.
Well, Gringo says Elite is at Hooters. There it is. I see it now.
I was getting ready to say, I built a 351 Windsor for my Cougar, my '67 Cougar.
Oh,
And,
those are cool
man,
cars.
it was badass. And well, when I sold it because I couldn't put 3 car seats across the back seat. And
Yeah, that's kind of, when you get kids.
Yeah, that I was like, I can't put 3 car seats in the back, and I had to have a car, and I didn't have the money to buy another car without selling one of and the only one I had at the time was the Cougar, so I had to sell my Cougar.
Don't you regret those sales that you
those are
made
done
back
grabber.
then?
No, I don't actually, because
Oh, I do.
I was more about my kids than I was about the car, so I had to make that choice.
I get that. I just took on a second job when I had a kid coming.
Well, I was
Selling
already
yours.
working 2 jobs.
Oh, well, that's a different story altogether, I guess.
Well, with kids, that's where the money goes. You
I
know,
get that. 100% I agree with that. I'm
Yeah.
talking pre-merge and pre-kids. I had
but I
a
sold
lot of
that car to
cars
somebody. Yeah, but I sold that car to somebody I know, and they finished fixing it up again, restored it, and the person that bought it from them wrecked it and trashed it. So they put the engine and transmission that I custom built out of that went into a Maverick.
oh, geez.
Yeah, they tubbed out a Maverick and put wheelie bars on it and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that engine transmission, yeah, and that little Maverick was pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
But I found out about that. They put that engine and transmission in a Maverick. They had to put wheelie bars on it to keep it from flipping.
I've got a buddy who has a Gremlin. He still owns it. He's got it in storage. He hasn't driven it for years. But remember the Gremlins?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Back when cars were made like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the worst car ever? Would it be like the Pacer?
The Pacer or the Pinto, real close.
Isn't it
Well, but the
officially?
Pinto was at least better looking than the Pacer. The Pacer was ugly.
It's not the way they measure them. I mean, the worst car is how many people died in them.
Well, the Pinto was good for that.
And trust me, Pinto was way up there. You know, it was number one with a bullet.
Well, yeah. When you have to put an exploding gas tank right in the back end, that's a bad idea.
Right.
Well, that's
I remember that
the
Pinto thing. But the Gremlin and the Pacer were a lot. Well, the Gremlin wasn't bad. The Pacer was really ugly, though.
Yeah,
Not
but
as
it
many
wasn't made for looks. It was made for looking, and it was made to
back
be
during
a touring car.
That was back during that whole fuel crisis crap where they started building all these shitty, stupid
Or
little cars.
Geo Metro.
Yeah, they came a lot later though. We're talking the mid '70s cars that were they're supposed to save their better fuel economy
Pacer
and
and
stuff.
Gremlin combined didn't even get close to the number of deaths
No,
that
I
the
know.
Pinto created.
Right.
Say it.
Somebody Google it. How many people died in Pinto gas tank explosions? There were a few, but I think
when they recalled those cars, they had to recall 500,000 cars.
Well, that happens all the time.
No, not at that time. That wasn't. That was
not at that time. It happens now, but not to that extent. They had to take the car back.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're just doing a recall for a repair.
Right. No, but when they called those cars back, they called them back because they were dangerous.
Right.
People were dying in them on a regular.
That was a learning experience for Ford, wasn't it?
I guess.
You could call it learning experience, yeah.
We all learned from it. Not only Ford, but
a lot of people call it murder, but
well, I don't think they did anything intentionally. It was one of those.
Oh no, it was all corporate greed.
Dude, you clearly don't know much about the Pinto then.
Yeah, no.
Well,
you didn't do any research.
I do know a little bit about the Pinto, and I don't think they did it intentionally for them to blow up.
What was it like? They saved like $25 or $35 per car by not putting in the safety requirements to make that secure.
And not only did they save a little bit of money, but they weighed the saving of that money against how many court cases they would have to take and how many people would die. And they said, well, this is a risk that we're prepared to take.
To be fair, in 1976, I was like 10 years old. So,
okay.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
You probably shouldn't defend it then. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Well, I just
I
thought
was
it was
born. Wait a minute, you're the same age as I am.
Well, I know, but because I do remember it. I just thought it was more of just a poor design, not an intentionally poor design.
Yeah, but Bill, that Yugo, it was sold as a disposable car.
It
Yeah.
was a poor design. It was a poor design that was found to be a poor design and known to kill people, and yet corporate continued with that design throughout the additional years. That's
Right.
why the car was pulled, is
Yeah.
because the design could not be fixed. The car was, and for lack of a better term, a terminally ill patient. It was never going to leave the garage again once you understood that little fucking where that gas tank was and how it was strapped into the bottom of that car
Mm-hmm.
meant
Yeah.
that even the slightest little bump meant that thing was a fucking exploding grenade. So that was discovered early, very early. And Ford decided to continue production and hide the test results.
Well,
Right, because they
I'm
weighed
willing to accept
the
that.
litigation versus the mod change they'd have to make versus the litigation they might face, and they weighed that and said we'll take the law.
And listen,
lawful
I'm not Mr. Corporate do-gooder. I'm really not. But Ford screwed the pooch on that. That most of their fucking executive staff should have been in jail.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it was
for that.
damn near criminal, endangering the public safety. Yeah,
And had that happened today, they probably would be in jail. But anyway, that's just me. We'll
right.
drop that. It's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, but now that well, those people got fired and went away, and Ford
Yep.
came under new management. So
Yep.
I
Fire
didn't know that. I didn't know that hidden part of it. I back everything I said before. I back off on you guys. I've been informed today. I never heard that background story behind that.
mhm. Oh well, now you have. You know, you
I
can do the
learn
research
something new
on it to
every
get the
day.
specifics.
I'm better for it. I'm a better
Yeah, please do the
person.
research on it to get the specifics and all that stuff. But yeah, that's the gist of it
it's
there.
Cool.
it's like me and the wife, we have this discussion all the time. She says, "Did you see this?" I said, "Yes, I saw the headline." I said, and I asked her, "Did you read any deeper into it?" She says, "No." So at that point, I know that I can't discuss it
Right.
because she just has the headline information. But occasionally she reads down into it and she's ready to defend, and we have a nice discussion about things like that. But you can't take the point. My point here is you can't take the headline as the fact because it never
Right.
is. Normally the headline is the clickbait. That's the, if it bleeds, it leads kind of mentality that gets you drawn into the discussion.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about a story that happened 45 years ago, and
That is true. Yes, sir.
and you guys are deeper into it than I was, so I was defending the wrong people. I
Shadow, you
admit
might
that.
want to go get that looked at if that's what.
Pissing blood, you're going to want to get somebody to look at that. You're going to want to have
Yeah.
a professional look at that, Shadow Man.
Yeah,
I mean, you
that's
need to
a
utilize some of that Canadian free
Canadian
healthcare,
free
brother.
healthcare. Right.
Yes,
No,
sir.
don't laugh. That's scary.
Yeah, that's scary.
Listen, I mean, if I started pissing blood, I'd be scared.
And you felt it was necessary to tell all of us too.
That's true. That's true. But it is content, right?
Hey, we got a little out of it, didn't we?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Get this. Now, people are starting to learn this lesson about these electric cars too. While Bill just brought that up, yeah, I haven't seen any articles or anything on it, but I imagine it's happening. You know, people dying concept of electric cars. If you get stranded in a winter storm, you're just gonna die.
Oh, I heard a story the other day. There's certain parking ramps won't allow electric cars in because they don't want them to get stuck in there, like in their on and off ramps. They can't move them.
I agree. That's kind of the problem with electric cars.
Yep.
Scared of doctors. So Shadow Man, I want to tell you what they told me. One of the first lessons that I learned in the United States military. The guy says to me, he says, you got two choices. The world is full of choices. You got two of them. You can go see the doctor or that thing can fall off. It's really just that simple. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't want
I
to
go
mess
see
with
the
this
doctor.
blood.
Well, the thing is, if you can be afraid of a doctor, are you afraid of the doctor, or are you afraid of what the doctor is going to tell you? Because if you're just going to be ignorant and ignore the problem, then you can't get any help.
That's what you
The
need to do
doctor's
there,
going to
Shadow.
tell you what the truth about what your condition is. You can't be
Yeah, just
afraid of
ignore
that
it.
because that's a condition you're in.
Just
Yeah.
ignore it. Let it go. Just let it go. A couple weeks, it'll fall off. It'll be okay.
Well, I don't know, man. Piss and blood, that could end up with the
Yeah, it'd be a lot worse.
final dirt app kind of thing going on there.
Oh, dirt nap. Okay, that's even better. There you go.
That's scary.
Like,
Mr.
Just go
Popsicle,
Lorena
welcome in.
Bobbitt on it and see how that works for you.
Well, the problem is, get this, guys, in Canada and in a lot of places in the U.S., doctors won't see you unless you got a vaccination.
Yeah.
yeah, it's messed up.
So that's a serious problem. Okay.
Well, I disagree with that. My doctor will see me without a vaccination, and I haven't
No, I'm just
heard
saying there's a
that's an
lot of
issue
lot of
around here.
doctors in the U.S. that have that policy because I've already called around for a friend of mine, and yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's several places, several doctors that I was looking into, and
Yeah. Your
they want to know your
10-year-old
vaccination status.
comes in with a broken arm and they won't admit him because he hasn't had his COVID shot. That's a bunch of BS, and I've heard of that too.
That's also against the federal law. So
Yeah.
if
They're
a
doing it.
medical facility turns you away, then you can take them to court and they will be wrong.
Right.
Yes.
Well, they're not turning you away, but
Turn you away because they are turning you away if they're not providing services, medically required services. Yeah, medical. The ER will see you either way.
ERs
They
will
have
see
to.
you either way. Right.
They have to. They're required by law to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep.
perhaps then it's medical appointments. You need to have your shot to get an appointment.
Probably private
certain
doctors. Probably private doctors can have
Yep.
jabs shoved up their ass and say, no, we won't see you if you don't have a jab. Okay, that's fine. They can do that.
Well, it's not necessarily the doctors themselves either. You have to understand these
But when
doctors
the
aren't
doctor
doing
works
shit.
at the hospital is required to admit you and to give you the medical treatments that you're required to get, that you need.
Well, even the private doctors' offices. Okay, it's not even the doctors that are making this decision because they run on an AI system of treatment. Their HMO, their insurance company regulates how they treat patients, and if it goes against this AI treatment program thing, then if they violate that, they lose their connection with their HMO or their insurance company that provides them income. So, yeah, some of the doctors
what you're saying then is the AI will break the law, and that's okay.
No, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying I'm not saying there's anything.
So you're saying that the AI will break the law? Will refuse your treatment? That's what you're saying.
Okay, yeah. Some of these HMOs and the insurance companies that's where the
which ones?
Which ones?
Who is refusing service? Which medical facility has refused services because nobody had a vax? I'm calling you out.
I called individual doctors' offices to get an appointment for a friend of mine, and they were asking for vaccination statuses.
Okay. And then they said what? That we will not see you if you're not properly vaccinated?
Well, they would have they turn around. I just you have to have. I asked them. I was like, you have to
listen
have
to me. Listen to me. You're taking the fact that they've asked you for your status as refusal to service you, and that's wrong. You've jumped to a conclusion that is absolutely wrong.
Okay, maybe so, but yeah, I was like,
You called, and I wanted to delve further into this. You called doctor's offices today for a friend, and they ask you for the vaccination status
it was
of the friend.
actually
Is that
about a
correct?
week ago. It was about a week ago.
Okay, a week ago. Okay, a week ago.
But I asked them, why is that important? Because what if they got natural immunity? And they said that would have to be determined. They weren't refusing to see you, but it was like sitting there in your face that, yeah. I don't know. I'll delve more into it later, but now that you bring it up, yeah, but they were asking about the vaccination status.
How the hell did I get Homer Simpson?
Hey, Sig, you look just like Don.
Shit, this ain't gonna work.
No,
But you
no,
gotta
you guys don't look anything alike.
Just change
it's just
your
not right.
just change your audio icon. Yeah.
Yeah, can you do cool stuff with your voice?
I was gonna say real quick. Actually, CU Boulder. It's the hospital out of Denver. They call it CU Boulder. It's one of their main hospitals. They refused a liver transplant because of vaccination status. It actually hit the mainstream media.
I did hear that one.
It's a real deal. Now they're currently catching a crap load of black backlash, but they still haven't okayed the fuck you, Miriam. No, no, just kidding.
Well, I would say that that's an elective surgery.
I'm not talking about a hospital or something like that.
Somebody has determined that that's not required for her to live.
Yep. But if you go into the emergency room, they have to treat you. They cannot deny
my point right there.
Yeah. I do agree with you on that. Yep.
No, but I wasn't calling a hospital. I wasn't calling an emergency room. I was calling an individual doctor's office.
Hospital, emergency room, and a doctor's office are required to treat you.
It became law, I believe, in Colorado anyways. It became law in the late 70s. My little cousin, I was born in 76. My little cousin was born in 78. And about a year before that, she was only about a year or two old. She passed away because no insurance, and the doctors it must have been the 80s because she was 4. The doctors in one of the towns refused to treat her because they didn't have insurance, and sent her to another hospital, and she didn't make it. She had pneumonia and fluid on her lungs. By the time the other hospital got it, they couldn't get her resuscitated. And then the law passed a couple years later, and they were actually involved in some of that, getting the law passed. My aunt and uncle getting the law passed to where they have to be treated regardless of insurance status also. So yeah, that's a law now.
Yeah.
So that part I agree with Don on. But as for and it is an elective surgery. As for the other one, there was and I tell you what, CU Boulder is getting hammered. I mean, there's people walking out on them, and where did Don go? Shit, now I'm the only homer. I almost feel worse about that.
Oh. Someone take over for me because I got to go. Nighttime for me.
All right, bud. Thanks for coming up, Butch.
Hey, thanks for letting me harass you for a while and sidetrack you over and over and over again.
Well, dream well, Patriot. Yep, it's done. Yep.
Night
all right, dream well, Patriot.
See you, dear bud.
Am I echoing Huckleberry, or because I just came on?
No, I'm not hearing any echo.
Oh, okay. Huckleberry said she was hearing an echo.
Hey, what if they?
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying it's legal or any of that shit. I'm just saying that they're trying to pull that shit. I could see it happening like in Chicago or especially some of these liberal cities, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, where they wouldn't see you if you don't wear a mask and, you know, all that.
Butch and I about 6 months ago got called dumb because we were talking about how we were concerned that it was they were going to do that with flying. And guess what? Turns out Butch and I were right. They nailed people on flying. And the airline companies are even doing it. And I mean, I'm not talking from state to state. I'm talking overseas. These countries, you can't. Yeah, it would. The lawyer I talked to told me that it would be best to wait a year or two till it all calms down.
I hit leave twice.
You just like it.
I can get rid of myself.
Hey, what's up, Bill?
Fuck yeah.
Hey, Bill.
How's it going?
I know how to hear.
You want to hear a neat idea?
Sure.
I don't know if anyone's ever thought of this, but I was just thinking earlier if they were to put medical marijuana mixed in with your vitamins, and then that would give people a reason to do their vitamins every day.
Like a healthy gummy.
Now, of course, I guess it'd have to be really legal for it to be an all-around thing, but I really think that'd be the icing on the cake right there. Huh?
Might help you guys, but it might put me in the hospital. I'm legit allergic.
Allergic to the Mary Jane?
Yeah, I have a nasty reaction even with the edibles.
You know, I've never
really.
I mean, I've heard of people kind of throwing up or having some, I guess, allergic reactions, but it seems like it would be hard to do because your body has cannabinoids in it or something already, you know.
See, at first, I don't know what it is exactly. I just know that at first when we did it, we thought it was my allergies because I tried it because my sinuses swelled up around there and then my eyes got kind of like baggy underneath it and everything. Then I ate some and like got itchy as crap and my sinuses did the same darn thing. And I went to the doctor and they said it's rare, but some people have a reaction to it.
Oh, wow. Oh, damn.
So, I take CBD and I'm fine now.
Oh, okay. So CBD's okay. Yep. Fire in the motherfucking boat.
I'm just weird in a lot of ways.
You're special. We'll just call you
I-
handicap from here on out.
I went through all that explanation, and Huckleberry tells me to smoke it. That tells me Huckleberry's trying to get rid of me. You see that, right?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
No.
Feel the love. Fire in the bowl.
Is that Stan or Cartman?
No,
Today.
it's Kenny.
It is Kenny. Yeah,
Yeah, it's Kenny without the hood.
yeah I
Oh, it's
barely
Kenny.
remember
Oh,
that.
okay.
Only saw that like once where he took off his hood. I forgot his face. Damn near looks like Cartman with just hair.
Yeah. Yeah, like South Park.
It's been a minute since I watched an episode of that.
A lot of things they predicted or something like that, or they had on their show that came to be, and just weird shit like that was happening. Yeah, you see any of that?
Yeah, they do. Not so much them though. It's more the Simpsons. The Simpsons did a lot of predictive stuff.
Oh, wow.
I remember
They all do. All of them. I think the
Huckleberry.
the owners of South Park, the directors, Trey Parker, I think they're actually real deal. I think they're not part of the game. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
I think they're a lot like us.
It's like Babylon B.
You gonna make it?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh my lord. I had to get something to drink. That one, that was kind of rough.
Too much insulation.
Dude, I keep getting sent articles from the Babylon Bee. It's like, please quit sending me the articles. It's a spoof, for crying out loud. it's meant to be funny.
He did an interview with I think it was Tucker Carlson, maybe. But he was talking about it. He says, how do you get this stuff right? He says, we didn't predict any of this. We were just making fun of it. That it became reality was just a quirk kind of thing, you know? It's like, what? We were just making fun of shit and just, pulling off extreme satire. And he says, we didn't expect it to come to pass. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we were just making fun of it.
You remember that I sent you an article and said, this is the crap people are sending me for arguments. And it was Babylon Bee. It was something about Hunter Biden, one of his pictures getting bought by some Al Qaeda member or something like that. Turns out, apparently, I shouldn't have been so quick to judge on that article because apparently there's some truth to that coming out now.
Oh, shit.
Shouldn't have been so judgmental against the person that sent me that, and I went off on them. But it was supposed to be a spoof. They just apparently got something right in it.
Oh, wow. Right. This is all, so, yeah, it was just crazy stuff like that. Well, I've seen the Simpsons thing when they did the Trump deal, you know what I'm saying? And there was some weird similarities about that. Like they were trying
had
to
him as president.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was what, in the 90s they did that episode?
Oh, no, I think it was in 2000s.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. I think it was like 2010 or something like that, 2009.
Nice.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder in those circles if they had a clue, you know, if you discussed it with somebody, it got back to them. And
I'm actually a big fan of groundskeeper Willie.
Who's that?
Simpsons.
I love me groundskeeper Willie.
Okay.
the Scottish
I never
guy.
watched The Simpsons, so I couldn't tell you. I never watched any of that crap.
Oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
I-
Miriam said Matt Groening is an insider. I don't know who Matt Groening is.
I sat with my kids and watched a lot of stuff I wouldn't normally watch.
Oh, right.
See, I like The Simpsons, but I can't stand South Park.
I actually liked watching The Simpsons. I just didn't want my kids to see it and get all, crap acting like Bart was. I didn't want him picking up on those antics.
I like that Futurama, and I didn't think it was that bad. And then my nieces and nephews were there one day, and I played it, and it's like, oh crap, this is really bad. So I had to turn it to another thing. It's amazing how bad you realize it is when kids are watching it. Yeah.
It's a great stoner show, but yeah, not so much like for the kids.
Well, when South Park first came out, when South Park first came out, a lot of their stuff was digital already, and which at the time there wasn't a lot that was, in file format. So I remember when I the first job I ever got as a tech, the guys in there were watching these cartoons, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" He's like, "It's just stuff we test out the video cards and make sure everything's working with." And he says, "But it's this stuff called South Park, and they make fun of all kinds of shit." And that's how I got aware of it. I was like, "Okay," so we had And then it went on to a second season and stuff, and I never followed it all after that. But and some of the stuff is funny. I remember the Terrence thing with the Canada, the war against Canada, and all that stuff they
Blame
did.
Canada. Blame Canada.
South
Right.
Park,
Took her job.
South Park is a place in Colorado that actually exists.
It's a town. It's not actually named South Park. It's crap. I can't remember the town.
No, there is a town called South Park.
Really, I've gone through the town that they based it on, and it's actually not called.
Oh,
What is it, Springfield or something?
Yeah, I can't remember here. Just a minute.
Springfield is the Simpsons.
Simpsons, right. Springfield is always in Springfield. Yeah.
Yeah, they did a really funny thing, a spoof on LDS missionaries and stuff like that. And people here in my state really didn't like it. They really kind of got pissed off at South Park guys. They actually did a play.
Fair Play.
A Broadway
Fair Play, Colorado.
It was on Broadway. It was a Broadway play.
Oh, yeah, I meant the town that they call South Park. The South Park is based off of Fair Play.
Oh.
Took me a bit to remember that.
There is a South Park in Colorado.
Cool.
I think it's in the Denver area.
That would make sense. Probably close to Boulder.
Right. That's what I was just thinking. It's probably close to Boulder.
I thought it was funny. I don't know. The humor,
Well, the thing that always messed me up is they always kill Kenny. Right?
Yeah.
Every episode, Kenny had to die in every episode.
Yeah, I watched a lot of it until like after the first movie, or once they started. I don't know. They just got a little bit weird with it. It wasn't quite as old school. Like it was classic at first. Kind of like Simpsons or anything else. Just eventually they run out of ideas and they have to just keep on.
More than South Park, I like King of the Hill.
Oh yeah, I mean Matt Judge, Idiocracy. He did that. He did Beavis and Butthead.
I know. Yeah, I was an avid follower of King of the Hill. That I didn't. That was not the kind of cartoon I wouldn't want my kids to watch. The Simpsons was one I wouldn't want my kids to watch because they pick up, tells Homer. He calls him Homer. He doesn't even call him Dad. And he says, "Don't have a cow, man." And
right. Disrespecting the parents and stuff.
Yeah, all that disrespect and things like that. I just really didn't want my kids watching it, and they did anyway.
Yeah, I never did watch Barrett, Miriam. I never saw that. I was like, it just looked ridiculous from the outset. Yeah, I never even saw it. Propane and propane accessories.
That god dang old CK1 tastes like catnip or something. It was like in the second episode.
Right.
Said some funny shit. He said it all fast. That god dang old CK1 like catnip. Catnip works like catnip or something.
Right. That Warner guy there, he's always talking like this or dirt.
That'd be Boomhauer.
Yeah, you can't ever understand what the hell he's saying.
And then there's Dale Gribble. Black helicopters. I saw black helicopters. And they're all sitting out in the alley, and it's like, yep.
Yeah, Tanya smoked some catnip. I remember that. Bruce Wayne said her catnip, dude. She started smoking it. And I was like, really? You're smoking catnip?
Yeah.
I was like, no, that's okay. Whatever floats your boat, dude.
Well, that's kind of like us when we start the stream. A lot of times we're just kind of like, "Yep."
Pop open a beer.
It's in a town called Arlen, Texas, and Arlen, Texas actually exists too. There is an Arlen,
Okay.
Texas. It's up in North Texas. Rusty Shackelford,
Yep.
Bill Dotree.
Yeah.
Well, saying you got this. I'm gonna turn in. I'm tired as hell.
My bad. I just got back. You're leaving
Okay.
already?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head out here. I'll
Pansy.
I'm kind of wore out. It's a little hard to go through the day when it's like at freezing. You know,
Dude,
it
yeah.
takes it out of you just to do the things you got to get done.
That's all good. I can keep it up for a
halfway
little
through the
longer.
day.
My metal didn't come in apparently on Saturday. That's what one of the calls was about. So tomorrow, all I got to do is run the pup to the vet. So
Yeah, dream well, Nightingale.
What do you
All right,
mean,
take it easy.
Bobby? What do you mean, Bobby? How'd you fail English? You speak English.
What
Good night, guys.
Bobby?
Take care, man.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
Good night,
Take care.
Wiz. See ya.
Not sure how much longer I could keep it going, but I could keep it up for a little bit if y'all wanted to chat for a little longer.
I'm down for a half hour, whatever you do.
Right on. Cool.
I was supposed to stay up earlier, and I ended up passing out. Woke up
They
like
need to give.
I'll go.
They need to give somebody that's good at staying up later the thing.
The wand.
Yeah, so they could keep it going later. Yeah, I'm gonna stay up for keep it up. I didn't catch that right off the bat. Funny. Yeah. I walked into it. And she says, I'm the naughty one. See? Now everybody saw it, Huck.
Yeah.
There's like only 17 people in here right now. What happened to the 30 something? Shit. I leave for 5 minutes. Huckleberry, you did that, didn't you? Chased 15 people off. 16 people off.
Oh man. Were they doing
Yeah.
banning people?
What's that?
Are they banning people?
No, I was just giving her shit. But no, earlier we had like 33 on. And then I had to take a phone call, and somehow I accidentally logged off, came back, and I was no longer in chat. Nobody hates you, Huck.
Nobody hates Huckleberry. We need her on our team.
Huckleberry's fine. Telling you, Shadow. She was getting all naughty and dirty, and yep.
I like Huckleberry because she's always rooting for the little guy.
One a.m. there. Dang.
Her and Dallas and Huckleberry are always for the underdog.
That's who I always root for.
Yeah, always rooting for the underdog. I like that.
I would say always, depending, but
Yeah. When I see her, she's always rooting for the underdog. And same thing with Dallas.
cheers to that.
Marion does too. Miriam likes us underdogs. Shadow Man is in Canada? I didn't know you were Canadian. I'm glad there's some Canadians in here, even though they're planning on taking us over.
All right, I'll take the phone call. We'll see you in a bit if we're still up. Huckleberry has a phone call too.
Oh, yeah. If Miriam tries to call anybody up here, it's going to be an international call.
Miriam.
She likes old sick, scraggly underdogs.
I'm a pretty sick, scraggly underdog.
Yeah. I reckon that's why we all come here, because we're all underdogs, right? Well, there's probably some underdogs.
Real underdogs meet real underdogs. Oh man, it feels so good to be out of that cold weather. Oh, screw that.
Mange and fleas and shit, too. You mean like little dingleberries all over their ass?
I'm gonna hop back in from my home computer. I'll be back on in just a sec.
All right.
Cool. I'll holler right back and bam.
Oh, did Jason leave?
Yeah, he said he'll be right back. So it's just me and you, Sting.
Yeah, they left us alone.
And if we don't talk, we're gonna bore everybody.
Right. They get bored easily.
Yep. And then they start going into lurking mode, and then they start passing out.
Yeah. Well, we've only lost 3 since I've been back, so we're doing okay. That's not too bad. But sometimes that's not accurate anyways. I noticed and it takes so long for it to update.
So is there anybody in YouTube right now?
I haven't seen anybody chatting in YouTube since I've been back. It's all Nightingale's over there somewhere.
Well, oh yeah, it was Nightingale. Wasn't Valentine in YouTube?
I thought she was in Twitch, but she might have been.
Maybe.
I don't know. When the chat gets going really fast, it's hard to distinguish between the two sometimes.
Miriam says, let's wreck the place, eh?
Let's wreck the place. Party. There he is. Okay. Somebody we know is out there because somebody let you in before I got a chance to let you in.
No, I let me in. I have.
Oh, that's Tom. Oh, I thought you were. The other guy.
Sausage gravy biscuit.
No. Jason. I thought you were Jason.
Oh.
Welcome back, man.
Oh, good to be back. Good evening, everybody.
Howdy.
Good. That's because I keep leaving and going and checking on the pups. So I will do that real quick and let you guys talk. Thank you.
Well, I mean, that's fine and everything, but don't expect me to run the channel. I don't want to take any responsibility.
I keep getting it put on me too. So I got you.
But I'll be happy to help you manage it, sir. No problem.
Right on. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm creating new I got a new job. I got a new customer yesterday.
Oh, nice.
So I need to create a new notes document. Notes 4.
So, Dallas, are you a fan of Irish music? Flogging Molly and Dropkick.
Flogging Molly.
Oh yeah.
Dropkick, that Dropkick guy, I've heard of him. And I dig some Irish music in regards to Newfoundland music. I've been digging some Newfoundland music.
You betcha. Yep, I think there's that kind of a genre in that area. So I looked it up. Actually, they have their own regiments, Canadian regiments of Black Watch in Newfoundland and Nova Scotia and other parts of that eastern part of Canada. Scottish Black Watch regiments. Which I think is way cool. No, they're not just like marching bands or anything. They're actual Canadian Army special regiments. Yeah, Canada's got some good stuff going for it. If they just get some good leadership there, I think it would be awesome. Don, you're all quiet.
I'm reviewing a data center migration collaboration doc.
Oh, you're working on stuff.
I'm working. Yeah, probably shouldn't be.
Well,
Trying to figure out how many people.
Hey, Don, can you put the link out for Jason?
Sure. Stand by.
Right on.
Dun, 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 dun. There we go.
Cool. Thank you.
so we've only got the 2 channels running right now, I see.
It looks like there's 3. 2 Twitch and 1 Sick Pat, Sauce Gravy Biscuit, and the game. Sick Pat on your YouTube, Sauce Gravy Biscuit on Twitch, and the game on Twitch.
I'm gonna have to subscribe to your to yours.
Let me give you that link real quick and put it out there for the rest of the nice people in the nice world. On Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms. For those of you that are interested in Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms, there you go.
Do you have a YouTube channel also?
Sausage Gravy Biscuit YouTube? Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
I guess you want me to find it for you too, then, don't you?
No, I'll look you up. Unless you want to post it for other people.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. I'm sure I can find it real quick.
Because I can't do much with this quirky phone of mine. You probably hear it bleeping right now, and that's because of the loose port on the phone. Loose charging port.
La, 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 la. All right.
I wish I knew how to fix this damn thing. I keep trying to do all kinds of stuff, and it won't charge. I mean, and StreamYard just drains my battery. So I really can't keep up with it. I can't be on very long. And I just bought this phone last year. It's already broken.
StreamYard drains everybody, brother. StreamYard's fucking harsh on a phone. It's the video.
Yep. And
StreamYard crushes phone batteries. Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's the charging port. You know, there's something loose in it. And right now I've got it like tilted to try and, keep it charging. I have to hold it in my fingers, and it's a pain in the butt.
Mine, I have to keep it plugged in as soon as I can watch YouTube and stuff forever. But like Don said, it's hard on a battery on the phone when you connect the StreamYard. As soon as I connect there, my battery, you can almost watch it start going down.
Well, if I get back driving a dump truck or something, if I do, I still got my CDL and everything. But if I get back driving, I gotta have a cell phone. That's how most of these companies keep in touch with their drivers.
I don't know if you'd be interested in it, but one of the biggest shortages out there is cement truck drivers.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
And it's not as bad. When I first started, it was kind of intimidating, being top heavy and stuff, but it's not bad.
I don't think there's a whole lot of work going on right now this time of year, though.
Yeah, I can tell you what, though, I'm surprised there's a lot of people pouring around here with this cold weather. I've never seen this many people pouring with cold weather.
Yeah, I used to do concrete work too.
Yeah.
And I just put a lot of lime in it and put straw over it and everything.
Yeah, but these old boys are doing flat pours and like thicker stuff to where they're going to be getting bulging and steps and yeah.
Yep, flat pours. I don't do flat.
Oh, my bad.
Well, I just said I didn't like ever doing flat work. I don't like anything that has the word lay in it. Like lay concrete. I did structural concrete.
Right on. See, I main thing I do is flat pours. I don't go beyond that. That's the main thing I know. I don't know enough about it to do. I don't know enough about like basements and stuff like that. So
that's what I used to do, was basements. I did everything from the sewer lines to the chimney tops in construction in my lifetime.
Yeah. I've never done plumbing.
No.
I've done my own plumbing and my own electrical, but as for a career, I've never done either.
I didn't do plumbing. I did landscape sprinklers, though.
You're so cute. You're the cutest one in the world. You're my cutest cute girl.
Now, as for moving rock, I've got a crap load of hours in the back of
You're my cutest cute girl. Yes.
I got a crap load of hours on a scraper.
Scraper is the one thing I do not have very many hours on. I've got maybe at the most like 40 hours on it. That's it.
And front end loading, dozers, compactors. Yeah, I did a lot of that. And I started out as a grade checker. And I started out with an old school survey with transit.
I started out as the guy in the hole, but we had the laser transits, so I had to hold the stick until it beeped and make sure it was deep enough. And it was before the stuff they got now, to where on the bucket they've got it set up to where they know exactly how deep it is. They've got some interesting stuff now.
See, when our artillery units would pull into position,
Oh, you accidentally muted yourself, Bill.
that's where I got my surveying experience, was in the Army with artillery.
Nice.
That's where I started anyway. That's where I began. It was easy for me to get a surveying job.
Right.
So that's what I did. I did that down in Texas.
Nice. That's a good thing about growing up in a rural area, is the carpenter crews that I trained on, they had to do pretty much everything. It's just I was on some of the things I was never had any interest in, so I was never on that crew or anything that went and like did the basements and stuff. And here, plumbing, probably the same there. I think it's kind of a nationwide thing. Plumbing and electrical, as a carpenter, I can't touch it.
No, me neither.
Yep.
Same way.
Unless you're certified, don't even touch it.
No, but I used to do a little bit of electrical and get somebody to sign it off.
See, I do my own and then get it inspected, but at other people's houses, I'll help them pull some wire or something. But as for even hooking a light switch up, I'll tell them, no, I can't, because if something happened and that came back on me, I would. Yep. No more contracting for me.
Tell me about there where you live. Do you have to have a master electrician sign off any electrical work?
Yes. Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah. Same with the plumbers. They've got to be completely certified, top end. You can't. Yeah. It's even like, if you do your own plumbing, if you do your own electrical, everything, you have to have them come in and inspect it. I've known people that have done the electrical, didn't know they had to have it inspected, so they drywalled and finished the drywall, and they had to tear all the drywall out to get it inspected because they didn't get the inspection. They're crazy strict around here.
Sounds like here.
Yeah. I got a cousin that was really put out because I helped him do a remodel, and I helped him pull the wire just on my own time. And I told him I wasn't hooking anything up, that they had to hook it all up to the breaker box and the outlets. They had to do all that. And he was kind of upset with me because he said, well, you know more about it than I do. I was like, I can't touch it, dude. Not around here. If something happened, your house burnt down and everything, I was like, and they knew that I did something with the electrical, I would be done.
See, back in the 50s and back in the 1950s and 60s here, there was not really a lot of, there was no codes.
Oh, yeah.
There was no codes, and so nobody did anything to code. What happened is California contractors came in and started putting in aluminum wiring in houses, and cutting all kinds of corners, building flat top roofs that would cave in when you get a heavy snowstorm or something. And they got tired of getting ripped off, and they just decided, to start this licensing requirements and building codes, and got really, really strict with them. So then they start contracting all the building codes and everything to some lawyers down in freaking Florida that don't know anything about our state, or our climate.
Right.
And they're the ones that are writing the codes and everything that we're supposed to be using.
Nice. See, they tried to up ours out here to out here we've got to have at least 412. Now, if you're in the Front Range on a roof, if you're in the Front Range or in the mountains, you got to have anywhere from a 612 to an 812 because of the amount of snow. Out here, we still get away with 412. They tried to a few years ago, and luckily we stopped them. But they tried to do code even out here at 812. They're just going to do a statewide, and it's like we're nothing like the mountains. We don't get feet of snow, you know. So
we don't anymore. We can, but we don't. We haven't had it for years,
right? And even the 8 or 9 whatever inches we got this last time, we don't get that a lot, and we'll get about 3 or 4 of those a year.
I used to come up and visit my grandparents as a kid, and they always had 2 feet of snow on their lawn.
Nice.
And we don't have that anymore. In fact, there's no snow on my lawn right now. Well, that's partly because we always have it's normal to have a January thaw. We're going through the January thaw right now, but the weather has been very unpredictable. Lakes haven't been freezing over like usual. Just there's things going on in the climate and stuff.
Oh yeah, we're definitely headed through a natural change. There's no doubt about that. Now here, January and February are really cold months, and then when it begins to cool again, but still pretty cold, or begins to warm again, but still pretty cool, April and May will start. Or March and April and May, we'll start getting our spring snowstorms, and those are a doozy.
Yeah, usually we start getting them around end of January and February, and that's where it dumps big snowstorms with great big flakes, but it's not really cold.
It's heavy and wet, and that's the tree branch breakers.
But that's what we need, really. We need to break out of this drought conditions that we've been in.
See, and we were coming out of our drought, and then this winter again, just boom, we weren't getting anything there for a while. No idea what the heck happened.
Well, the drought's hitting us all out west of the Mississippi. It's hitting a lot of states.
My bad.
I don't have any answers to it. I don't know why it's happening or what. Because back east, they're getting all our snow and all our rain.
Yep. And see, this summer, I was in that little dip that barely came down into Colorado from the north that was getting a lot more moisture. It was crazy because we were getting a lot of moisture. We were coming out of the drought. And then, but I could drive 45 minutes south and they weren't getting anything.
But I'm surprised that Don's getting as much weather as he's getting out where he lives.
Me too. I'm surprised we're getting as much rain.
Rain.
Well, you're getting cold weather too. A lot of cold weather down there.
Bunch of cold weather too. Yeah, I'm not. Of course, this is my first full year here, so I can't really say, "Hey, this is the way it normally is," or anything else. I don't have any experience in that area. But
many
natural.
Go ahead.
Oh, there's natural jet stream fluctuations that happen too that could be causing a lot of this.
It is.
This is El Nino year. We know this from the almanacs, from the everything else is in the world. So this year is supposed to be wet. It's supposed to be overly supposed to be overly fucking rainy and snowy. And we're hopeful, like Ghost says, we're hopeful that the reservoirs will fill up at least a little bit more in these years where we get all these snows. I mean, how can we not welcome the snowpack? How can we not welcome the onshore rains that's coming across the Pacific Northwest to fill up the Bonnevils and the everything else's that flow down through the Salt Lake cities, through the Colorado River valleys, and into various and sundry.
And that big old Nevada underground aquifer.
Exactly. The one that I'm going to put a pool on. Sorry.
At least they're not popping a lot of holes to irrigate thousands of acres of land yet down there.
Well, they are, dude. I mean, they're
crap.
popping holes in the valley here to grow weed. This is like the number one weed grow spot in the state of Nevada, apparently. The Russians are here, the Canadians are here, everybody's here growing wheat.
Oh wow.
And so yeah, we got more than a few farms. Now, are they big corporate industrial kind of farms? Probably not. No. We do have one dairy farm that stinks to high heaven here in the valley. And their fields are always quite green, so we know they're using the fuck out of some water.
Yeah, I'm thinking that if we get a president in there that'll legalize weed unilaterally nationwide, it would be a win-win for our economy.
I couldn't agree with you more. Nancy has threatened to do it, but won't, and I don't know why.
Because it's a good political point, and if she does it, then they'll lose that political leverage, in my opinion.
No, I'm thinking if I was a cartel guy, I probably wouldn't want a national legalization of weed either, because that'd take money out of my pocket.
Well,
if I'm an El Chapo or something like that,
what you need. Well, here's the thing. So weed is a states' rights issue. The federal government should not, could not, and the best they could do is tax its interstate transport. But there's no interstate transport of weed right now, so the feds can't touch it. The only tax that can be brought onto a fucking weed at this point in the program is just state. Why? Because it's federally illegal. So the best thing they could possibly hope for is to at least make it legal.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, tax and this, that, just make it legal. As soon as they do that, that gives the states the ability to begin to do that interstate
commerce,
and you can use banking systems, and you can use postal systems, and you can then the bottom will fall out of the price of weed. Why? Because you can get weed from everywhere at that point.
See, I support the federal decriminalization of it, and then leave it to the states.
That's the way it's set up for. That's what it's set up for.
Yep.
And when that happens, and I'm good with that, because frankly, I don't foresee me ever making a ton of money on just selling weed or weed products. I really don't. But those that are in the weed game do not want that. Why? Because I'm going to be able to reach out to Oregon, to Washington, to Michigan, and get that ounce that's now $100 or now $200 will go to $100.
Yeah.
And then eventually to $50.
And see, another thing too, Don, is you think of a lot of these states that where just about everybody does mandatory testing for jobs, right? They all do so still, they can still leave it up to companies to do testing. If you feel like it's unsafe to have people that have got THC in their system to work in your company, then you should have that right to be able to not hire them.
Correct.
But
the exact same works in the exact opposite. If you feel, because now marijuana is not an illegal substance, it's a federally regulated substance. So now it falls under the something like booze. So yeah, the people can say you can't drive drunk, and states can say you can't drive high. Great, no problem. But there will be a new level. There will be a new methodology of determining what's drunk or what's high.
Right.
Let's face it. Over the last couple of 20 years, we've perfected the methodology of determining what's drunk. We have carefully calibrated breathalyzers. No, you're not going outside. You just came inside. No, sit down. Good girl. Sorry, I was talking to the dog. Just my opinion. These are all just my opinion. But yeah, it'll happen. I don't really understand the people that grow weed industrially right now, commercially, don't want it to happen, and that's why Nancy is not pushing it through Congress.
What's really stupid by not having it legal nationwide.
Could not agree with you more.
What's really stupid about it, Don, is what about all the hemp that we could be using as construction products and textiles?
Couldn't agree with you more, but at the same time, when it's brought in the community, Atomic Citizen, I'm reading your novel, the money from that market. Let's see. Wouldn't the question be how much of an increase in revenue will the legalization bring above what is brought into the community already? That's not the question, because the question would be the only legal weed would zero what the gray market is bringing in. The money from that market eventually gets taxed in the local market. Where if the weed were legal, some of these revenue streams would dry up. Yeah, you're thinking of it more from a local dealer perspective than you are from a guy that's going to build a farm and invest a couple of million of his own hard-earned dollars into it. You're trying to protect the little guy there, and that's kind of fucked. Which means that you'll never have an actual market. You'll always be dependent on these gray market little guys, and you'll have to run around the corner and get your weed that away. Well, fuck that. I prefer to go down to the local 5 and dime or whatever and lay my money down, and dude give me the weed that I expect. I expect it to be the right flavor, the right intensity, the right this, the right that, and the right color and the right price.
Not to mention get that money to the local communities instead of some drug dealer at the top that's making it for all the wrong reasons. Get that money to the community. In my opinion.
I could see me being a hemp grower if it was legal in my state. It is legal with a license.
There's a county here in Colorado. Most of the counties in Colorado are dry counties. You can't sell weed in the counties, most counties here in Colorado. There is a county north of me that's very underpopulated. They legalized it, and that poor little county now is a wealthy county.
Yep. That was the problem in Humboldt, California. There was no way to earn a living in Humboldt, California, and that became one of the biggest weed growing areas, and they couldn't stop it. It was so profound. There was so much of it going on there that they just couldn't even stop it. So they legalized growing crops. Cannabis crops in Humboldt County.
Yep.
In the particular county.
I remember the sheriff. I remember there was an interview. Somebody did a documentary, and there was an interview of the local sheriff, and the sheriff says, I can't combat this when every farmer in the fucking local area is doing it. They're not they're not trying to sell it out to you and me and to retail. They're in there actually bartering pounds of weed for service and getting it and getting the job done. And so dude was like, I can't touch that. I can't get even near that. So yeah, the farmers just, the local county farmers just basically took over and said, fuck you.
That's what has to happen.
I agree. That kind of thing should have happened a long time ago. My humble opinion.
My grandpa used to grow it between his tomato plants. So he'd have one row of pot plants, one row of tomatoes, one row of pot, one row of tomatoes. And
in
then
the Appalachian Mountains and in like Tennessee and Kentucky, where they grow corn and various and in sundry other places in hollows. If you know what a hollow is, is basically, a dip down between two mountainous ridges. And hollows are hard to get sunlight, but they're also hard to see from the air and almost impossible to find from the road. My point being here that like your granddad, all of my granddads that grew corn also grew a row of weed in between that corn. And so weed has been the cash crop in, say, Tennessee and Kentucky now for the last 20 years, has been the number one cash crop. Let me see, Atomic Citizens. Weren't we talking about money? Yes, we were. The money that comes into a city is counted. Will the legalization of weed bring more? Some places. Will the legalization bring more? Some places get worse. Other places get better. And see, that's what we were talking about with Colorado. And we'll always fall back to states. Yes, because the feds are overreaching already and they know it. Yes, absolutely agree with you on that last part, Atomic Citizen. As far as some places get better, some places get worse, we go back to the conversation that Singh just had about in Colorado. Most of those counties are dry counties. In other words, you can't get it. They don't sell it there. And those places, those regions, those locales have a right to say whether or not weed gets sold in their counties, that makes perfect sense. What we find then is we get what Colorado has. There are 2 or 3 counties that basically sell weed. It's kind of it's kind of the same thing in Nevada when it comes to prostitution. There are only like 2 counties in the state of Nevada that allow a brothel, Nye County being one of them. Vegas does not allow brothels. It does not allow hookers, legal hookers. I'm just using that as a counter example. Anyway, I'll shut up.
I tell you what, though, that little county I was talking about, it was considered one of the poorest counties in Colorado, and now it's probably one of the wealthiest. I know there that county alone gets a major kickback off of those tax dollars, and they make
they do. And that they are the only game in town, meaning other surrounding counties are not servicing that market, means that they're even more sought after, which means that they can jack their prices even higher.
Anybody that drives east to west on I-80, you'll hear, if you got a CB radio, you'll hear the cat houses advertising.
Damn. They put
So
the phone number out too.
No, they'll tell you. I mean, it's legal there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Donna's Bunny Ranch. I used to drive by that. One time I'm driving along, I about laughed my ass off. I'm hearing this. How about it, drivers? Any of you drivers out there got a copy on me? And it wasn't in a Southern accent. It actually sounded like freaking Russian or Ukrainian. Anyway, and some old guy gets on there. He says, "Man, I wouldn't. I can't come over there." And she says, "Why?" And she says, "Well, that little bugger, I haven't seen it in several years. I wouldn't even know what to do. And he says, and she says to him, "Don't worry about that. Just come on over and get a hot shower and get you a coffee, and we'll take you and hang you upside down and start spanking your ass until that little bugger pops out." I was laughing so hard. That's the kind
It
of stuff.
doesn't matter.
That's what
I-
you hear.
That is
I've
pretty
noticed
cool.
I've noticed one thing with truck driving. It doesn't matter what town you're in, what state you're in. There's a lot of pickups and stuff that'll be running around with CB antennas full of girls, and there's a reason.
Well, that's a true story. I mean,
Yep.
they were on a search. The police over here, they were on a search for that girl that got killed by her husband in Provo, Utah, and everybody, they're like, "Wow, we're on our way out to Nevada because we think that might be where they buried her body." Lo and behold, all those cops were at Donna's Bunny Ranch. The freaking cops were over at Donna's Bunny Ranch.
I have never paid for sex or been to anywhere where it's legal.
Well, I think it's not a bad thing when you got a bunch of people can't figure out what gender they are. You'll find out what gender you are once we take you over to Donna's Bunny Ranch.
Yeah.
I've never.
Comic
I've
citizen.
never.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just talking to
Odd.
cats. That's all.
Gonna say I've never paid for it, but I guarantee you hop in a truck, they will see your truck going through, and they will call you out by a number and start talking to you. And yeah, get your CDL. You'll be approached, guaranteed. Or in a gas station if you're filling up and kicking back overnight or something. Yeah, there'll be. Trust me, you'll get approached.
Yeah. It's actually kind of cool. They're like, "Well, you don't have to participate in the adult activities. You can just come over and have coffee, and it's all free. Free shower, free coffee, everything." It's just a place sitting right out in the middle of the damn desert. And there's another one, used to be over by, I believe it was close to Sparks, Nevada. It's a place called Mustang, Nevada. You ever heard of that one, Don?
That's in the Mustang Ranch. Yes, I
That's
have.
where. And the guy that ran it got put in prison for tax evasion.
Most of them do. Although the guy that ran ours down here ran for office and was elected to office and then died.
Yeah.
Or I think he was running for office, died, and was still elected. Something like that. A little weird.
They do.
Hold on, let me talk to chat. Let me talk to Atomic here. Price gouging is still bad, yes, sir. Commercialized legal pot scares the fuck out of me too. I hate it. They're making way too much money off of, not exactly superior product. Until I met the Indians down here on the Shoshone Reservation that were selling weed at a reasonable price. It just was reasonable. I'll do business with them now instead of the state of, anyway, it doesn't lead to tax evasion, senator or representative, maybe. See, price gouging, and I wanted to reach back to that. Price gouging is what's legal. Well, the state is the guys that set what's legal or what price gouging would be. And so they kind of have free reign there of making as much profit as they really want to make, which is fucked up.
I agree. Look at cigarettes.
Look at cigarettes, exactly. Taxing the fuck. It takes 33 cents to make a pack of fucking cigarettes. 33 cents it costs to make, ship, and market a pack of cigarettes. I know that for a fact. I used to work at Philip Morris. 33 fights, probably cheaper now.
That's insane.
But they're charging $20 a fucking pack for them in some places.
A lot of that is taxes.
Not a lot. All of that is tax. All of that is tax. Yeah, cigarettes are a great example.
And I'm paying $9.56 for a pack of Marlboro Reds. So over $9 is tax.
Dang. We pay like maybe $6.50 for a pack of Marlboros, but I buy these
Colorado,
they're like $5 a pack.
In 2022 this year, I don't know when exactly, but they're supposed to jump up again this year. It's the last year of a 4-year climb.
I was rolling cigarettes with the little thing and the filter in the tube, and you crank the little machine, but for some reason it wasn't the same as smoking other cigarettes because they're wider. For some reason they're wider, and I don't know what it is. It just didn't give me.
I started getting the little packs of those cigars, and they're not bad tasting little cigars. I like my big stogies, but I get, for a day-to-day basis, I get the little filtered cigars. It's like a pack of cigarettes, but they're cigars, and they're only $2 a pack.
Mm-hmm. And see, when I was in jail, I could smoke like a hand-rolled cigarette and not be tripping because I'm in jail. I'm like, thank God. But when it comes to just like when you're free out in the outside world, you want the premium shit for the most part. I don't know. Personal preference. I need to just quit smoking it, really.
My issue came to, and I'm really bad about when I make the money. If it doesn't go into something that I get to keep for a while, I'm very stingy. So when I found out that I was paying, figured it up, and I was paying around $300 a month for cigarettes, is all I could think is how many, screw guns or nail guns or whatever that could buy me. And it got me to switch down to these little cigars.
Yeah, and that's what I look at when I add up the money for the yearly, just how much I spend on certain things. It just blows my mind.
And then I tried the vaping for a while. I did vaping for 2 years, and I started getting a cough from it, a real bad cough. And right about that time, the price of the vape pods just jumped way up. I mean, when they came out, they were like $4 for a 2-pack of the pods, and it was cheaper than smoking. It was a better alternative. Come to find out that some big tobacco companies bought the vape companies out, like Juul, and they got bought out, and the other one was Views Altos.
Yep.
And Philip Morris and Reynolds both bought them. Yep.
It was R.J. Reynolds, I think, bought the one I used, the Views Altos. It was R.J. Reynolds. So anyway, the price jumped way up to $20-something for two pods. I'm like, screw that, and I went back to smoking. I'm smoking again, just because they jacked the price way up. And a lot of that was taxes too, Don. A lot of that was heavy federal and state taxes.
No, sir, Atomic. I do not have money. I got what I make month to month and job to job, and then it goes away.
We call saying Uncle Money.
So they really
Don's the money man. He's the rich dad.
None of the stuff that they're doing, like I'm not going to talk about the procedure, but a lot of the stuff that they're doing, and they all say it's for the public health. Absolutely not. There's other political reasons, and that's the same thing with people could have switched to the vape, and there's two different kinds of vapes. And they could have switched to that, and they'd be off of the smoking, and they wouldn't have people smoking in their cars and everything else. And you just carry around a little vape pen. Well, they did away with that pretty much. They priced it right out of the market. And a lot of people have gone back to smoking besides myself. And I don't like going back to smoking at 61 years old, you know?
Two things about the vape pen is one, I
Right.
lose them. And number two is that they do make my throat kind of like sharp feeling, probably because I smoke cigarettes also. But
Hey, Don, you want to do one of your fire in the bowls? I think I'm going to have to shut her down about midnight in about 9 minutes, if that works for everybody.
Roger that, sir. Let's go ahead and do a fire in the bowl. Brought to you by this guy over here.
Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms.
For all your bean needs, boys and girls. Thank everybody. Thank Mr. Singh for keeping the show open for us tonight.
yeah, thank you, Singh.
Yeah, thank you, Sing.
Not a problem. Thank you guys for sticking around and chatting with me.
And thank Atomic Citizen and all the rest of the lurking brethren for joining us. Apparently, we're pretty popular on the game, Twitch. And even
Hell
two
yeah,
of them have
Smokey,
signed
you got
in to
it.
Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms. I am so impressed. So, yeah, smoke them if you got them, boys and girls. One last time. It's Sunday night. We all got to go to work tomorrow morning. That sucks balls, but I've just double-checked my schedule, and my morning is pretty cool, so I should be good to go. So we'll see.
Definitely getting some extra rest. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't sleep too much last night.
You wanna keep it going? You said, Don. Sorry, I didn't hear that. Oh, you
Yeah,
don't.
Negative,
Okay.
negative, 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 negative.
No, I know what you mean.
New
Yeah.
England and Endler. New
I do like rolling pipe
England
tobacco, though.
Ender. $13 a carton. Pipe tobacco. See?
I've still got my little roller, but I don't use it as much, man.
Spending the
Crank
people's
wheel.
money. Exactly. Yep.
Fire
Thank you,
roll.
Atomic. Appreciate it. Great show tonight, boys and girls. Great show tonight, Sing. Good show.
So, Dawn, how long do you think it'd take me to make it out there where you live? 6 hours? 5 hours?
To drive from where you are just north of Salt Lake, I would say 8 or less.
8? Wow.
Well, you got to come all the way down 15 into Vegas, and then you got to come back up 2 hours out of Vegas.
You know, a lot of our highway out here, I think you know this, is 80 miles an hour.
I do. And 15's pretty wide open. There's not a lot of construction going on at it at all. So you should be able to rip through there. I mean, dude, if you think you can do it in 6, then I mean, I've driven it, but I drove it in an RV. So that's all I know about.
Yeah. I drove it in a slow truck that was governed. That was governed at 68 miles an hour.
I hate governed trucks, especially when you're on the interstate.
Oh, tell me what kind of machine you got there, Atomic, for rolling your cigarettes. Might have to check it out. Maybe I just need the right machine because mine is kind of just, it doesn't pack it very well.
He got one of those high-end guys, I think. He got one of those high-end machines. He was talking about like $600.
Yeah, that would probably make it just like a real cigarette. But even the tubes are different size than regular cigarettes that I buy at the discount tobacco. I wish I could buy the official size tubes and make them just like the real deal.
I just got the little zigzag roller.
There you go. The PowerMate I Elite. I Plus Elite.
I'll have to write that down.
Let me Google this puppy.
My cigarettes come out like just perfect, like a camel stud.
It's like camel stud. I like that.
I bought a roller. I got one of those little. It's a
There we go.
Top-O-Matic.
Cigarette injector. Ooh.
Yeah, I've got the Top-O-Matic myself.
Yep. But it takes so long to make those cigarettes in that thing that, time is money.
It does.
$40.
I do about 20 cigarettes in about 20 minutes. It's about a cigarette a minute.
Well, you guys are just cigarette making machines, aren't you?
Not me. I don't make them anymore. It takes too long for me. I'm not coordinated enough.
And I just discovered that for the empty pack of cigarettes, I just carry around an empty pack of Camels, and I make these little roll your owners, and the zigzag is just the exact length and everything that fits right in the pack. And it's the only one. And the other ones, if I buy like the top papers, I have to trim them. So
the hardest part for me with the loading of that device is just getting the right amount in to where it goes into that tube just right, to where it doesn't leave like pouches or space.
Or overstuff it and you can't pull any smoke through it. And
yeah, exactly.
New Englander says he's got it real close to the Marlboros. I mean, that's pretty close to perfection as far as what your standards are. That's my opinion.
Now I used to run the tubes. I used to have just one of those little blue plastic ones, and I could pump out a heck of a lot of cigarettes. The weird thing about them is I noticed the tobacco falls out of them. You just can't get enough tobacco in it. That's why the tubes are wider.
And that is one thing. If you put them in a pack of cigarettes and carry them around through the day, you'll end up with a lot of tobacco at the bottom of your pack.
Exactly.
Atomic, I disagree. The sin of the tobacco is what they're taxing.
Yeah. It's a guilt tax.
It's the guilt tax. They probably tax your loose tobacco probably more than they should also.
Oh yeah.
Just tobacco as a whole is taxed because it's the sin. It's the evil. It's the thing that's killing all of the nice people, and so we have to tax the fuck out of it. Just like liquor.
You know that it really ain't about that. What reason would they have to care about any one of us? They don't. It's nothing.
Whoa. I didn't say it was that they actually gave a fuck about us, but that's the reason that they use to tax us.
Right.
Okay, so pardon my sarcasm. No, they do not give a fuck about us.
No, they
But
don't.
they do give a fuck about how much tax money that they can rake in and how bad they can fuck us, or what they think that they can do for us. Right? All of them are trying to say, well, here's what you should do because I say so.
Yep.
Well, fuck you.
Yep. It's all about control.
The first thing I'm going to do is not do it because you say so.
Exactly.
Even if it is good for me, I'm going to not do it because, well, you're an arrogant fuck. So that's just my humble opinion now.
Exactly.
You
shouldn't do as I say. I can assure you.
I hate to shut it down on y'all, but thank you all for coming up. Don, Jason, Ghost, thank you guys for coming up. Chat, thank you guys, everybody down there, and I hope everybody has a good night.
Nighty-night.
Thanks, guys. Much appreciated. Atomic, England. You guys take care.
Yeah, Englander, Atomic, come back. Atomic, let me know what kind of